and welcome to the Lost Archives. My name's Owen, and I'm the Dungeon Master of this ragtag group of heroes and adventurers.
Hi everybody, I'm Claire. I'm playing Mira, who's a Dragonborn Sorcerer, half red dragon, half silver dragon. Originally was a bit of a politician, and now has joined the adventuring life, probably to a greater extent than she ever expected.
Hi everyone, I'm Michael. I'm playing Lockie, a Warforged Artificer. Originally was part of a flying castle, but I've since left and resumed an adventure with my mouth friends.
Cool. Hey guys, I'm Jared, and I play the character of Jin. He is a level 6 Law Bard and a level 2 Hexblade Warlock. I'm currently an associate and ally of the Tempest Guild, and I'm helping them in their goal of stopping the Queen of Dragons, Tiamat.
Hi, I'm Ali, and I'm playing Lyra, the Moon Druid, who has previously been stuck in a gemstone for the past 600 years, but has since escaped.
Hi guys, I'm Matt, playing Yervith, the sneaky Wood Elf Ranger and Rogue, who, after a tragic incident in the jungle with his previous expedition, has now joined up with this lovely ragtag group of adventurers and is looking to see what happens next.
Well, hello, and welcome back to the Lost Archives, everybody. Hello! Give a wave, everybody. Yay!
Hello!
How are we doing? Oh, so lovely to see all your lovely faces again. How's everyone doing? I hope you've been staying safe, staying well. We are back, and we've actually got two lovely faces back. In the top corner of your screens, you will see two lovely faces. Michael and Claire, welcome back.
Hello.
You guys had a lovely holiday, I hope?
We did.
Yes, we didn't want to come back.
You didn't want to come back?
No.
That's a bit insulting, so let's take you through what happened to your characters. No, that's absolutely fair enough.
To life, to 2022.
Oh, that's fair enough. No, then that makes sense. We forgive you for that. So, usual caster here. At the moment, we're still waiting on Jared and Matt. We're not sure where they're at, so we're just giving them a bit of a chance to catch in. Hopefully they are joining us tonight. Last we heard they were, but we figured they were running a bit late, so we thought we'd start without them. The two other people down in the bottom corner of the screen, Tom and Jacob, could you please say hello, our lovely guest characters?
Hello, I'm Jacob.
Hello. Thomas, and I'm Boldor.
That's right. Yes, Tom is playing Boldor, Jacob is playing KayCee, our Warforged Cleric, and our Goliath Barbarian, who've been joining us for the last couple of sessions. Thank you so much, guys, for jumping in as guest characters. It's been absolutely awesome having you. Tonight is the last time we'll see these characters for a little bit of time, so hopefully nothing bad happens to them. I mean,
Oh no!
Oh no!
oh, that'd be bad.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we've got some plans for characters. So thank you everybody who joined me for a little bit of Pokemon Sword last night. I was just testing out some things in preparation for Pokemon Legends Arceus, which I will be playing when it comes out. There's a bit of a question about when it's coming out. The actual release date is the 28th of January. However, some people have had their copies sent out early. I will update on Twitter if I get an early copy, and I will start playing it early. Absolutely. Or maybe not. I hear Nintendo are trying to ban people playing it early. We'll see what happens, hey? Let's just judge it.
Nintendo are infamous for that. That's the one
maybe
thing
not
you
then.
can count on Nintendo doing.
We'll be playing it on the 28th of January, everybody, so look out for that then. We'll be playing that when it releases officially. So I'm looking forward to playing that. Looks like it's going to be a really fun game. Obviously, avoid the leaks and spoilers if you can. I've been trying my best to, but it's fucking impossible nowadays, isn't it? It's pretty much the only updates from me. As always, you can check out our cool Lost Archives merch. Just a little lean up into the screen there if you wanted to get yourself a cool t-shirt. The backpack I've just received today, I didn't bring it into the room. I will, if we have a break, I'll go grab and show it because the backpack's really cool. I'll show that off because it looks really fun. And obviously we've got our really cool, fun mouse pads, which if the green screen doesn't edit it out, look really cool as well. So make sure if you're looking for an update to your computer mouse pad or an update to your swag, head on over to the Lost Archives merch store, which is down the bottom. Actually, I can put a little thing in chat like this, and it should... Yeah, fantastic. But yeah, we better jump in and get started on this session, hey guys. So let me quickly do a recap. The Tempest Adventuring Guild, a group of mercenaries, explorers, and adventurers, has been working to thwart the machinations of a group known as the Order of the Dragon. This cult has been amassing power, wealth, and knowledge in an attempt to perform a ritual which would bring a dark draconic god, Tiamat, back into the world. Our story has been following the escapades of some of the members of this group, Mira, Jin, Lockie, Yervith, and Shana, who are now journeying further north to try and track down an ancient artifact used to summon dragons to the Order's side. Having learned many dark secrets during their time in the Nudian jungle, the party have managed to capture Varum, one of the leaders of the cult, who sadly seems to have lost both his mask of power and his mind. Cute little sneeze. Our heroes have been in the town of Drifthaven. Oh no, you were laughing at Ali for... Yeah,
because she was under that, but her camera was still tracking her.
For podcast listeners, we're just enjoying the facial recognition capture of NVIDIA tracking. It's really freaky. Our heroes have been in the town of Drifthaven, a large city built out of rafts and platforms floating on the surface of the Arctic seas. After spending some time with the locals, the group have learned the cults did indeed pass this way, attacking the town and raiding for supplies before heading further north into the vast expanse of ever-shifting sea ice. Knowing that the cult's abandoned boat had been sunk by the townspeople sometime in the past few days, the group set out to locate it for clues. However, before they could depart, an old enemy turned ally, Langdedrosa, arrived to inform the group that Mira and Lockie were needed back in Oxenfurt for urgent business. Help had arrived for the group, however. Langdedrosa had brought 2 new guild members, KayCee, a Warforged Cleric, and Boldor, a Goliath Barbarian, to come and assist the group in Mira and Lockie's absence. Arriving at the sunken ship, the group swam down to investigate and found an enormous white moray eel had made its home amongst the wreck. An attempt by Shana to try and drive it away with Major Image backfired horribly when the illusionary shark drove the eel out of the only exit and towards the party. After a brief scuffle, the party emerged victorious, the body of the eel motionless on the seafloor and the wreck of the ship open and inviting before them. Heading deeper into the ship, the party discovered some clues as to the cult's location. A series of maps that had been preserved inside a waxed folio that seemed to show a pathway through some ever-shifting expanse of sea ice and some ice caverns, as well as some information regarding various routes they could take to find the Horn. The most important clue, however, was discovered by Jin, who found a section of torn writing paper that basically outlined that the safest passageway was through the ice caverns. The group also found some evidence. I think this was mostly KayCee and Boldor who were doing the survival checks, wasn't it, to look out for the elements, to look out for the various dangers they might be encountering. They discovered that there were some fish-like monsters in the area. Some creatures known as Sahaugen, which there was evidence of those in the area as well. So moving quite carefully and cautiously, our group headed across the sea ice. Shana elected to stay back at the boat for the moment, having been quite cold and wet and frozen after her jaunt below the sea ice, and decided to get dry and spend a bit of time talking to our good friend Leosin and sort of figuring out some various routes about the map and trying to decipher some of the clues and hints on that map. KayCee, Yervith, Boldor, and Jin headed across the sea ice, arriving at the entrance to some caverns. Before they did, however, they passed over a section of iceberg containing the frozen body of a young woman, dressed in furs that looked quite old and quite out of fashion, maybe from a time long in the past, encased and tombed in this ice. There was a bit of discussion about how to handle this, but eventually the group decided to leave her for the moment and head over towards the ice caverns. And we ended last session as an amulet around, I think it was Jin's neck, wasn't it? An amulet around Jin's neck started to heat up quite dramatically. And the group watch as Jin pulls the amulet off his neck, drops it on the ground, and a series of runes burn themselves into the ice, melting the snow around. Mira and Lockie, we're going to do a bit of a time skip. We're going to go back in time and discuss what you guys have been up to for the past couple of days, because that's a really interesting period of time. So we'll jump back to you guys and we'll go through what you've been up to. And then we'll catch up with the rest of you guys. So yeah, Mira and Lockie, as you guys took the teleportation circle back towards the Night Hall, you feel that familiar rush of teleportation, the feeling of wind rushing past your face, of being pulled and jerked and ripped from a location before your feet slam into the wood, and the light fades around you, revealing the drawing room, this area below the study, below Professor Griswold's study, that the teleportation circle had been carved upon. I think when you were last here, you had seen Professor Griswold was preparing a teleportation circle in this area. Lockie and Mira, yeah, as you guys step out of the light, before you see a very familiar face, Mira. Azure. Dressed in his yellow robes, big smile plus on his face. He goes, Mira! Wraps you up in a really big hug.
Oh, I return it straight away. It's like looking at Leosin, except more butch, I guess.
Yeah, I guess the main difference between Leosin and Azure, Leosin's very wiry, Azure is very muscular. He's much more muscular than Leosin. And the robes that he wears are far more free-flowing, whereas Leosin is sort of wearing much more subdued, skin-tight clothing that looks to be some sort of like maybe some sort of spy's regalia is the vibe you'd get. Very similar to some of the stuff Jin wears underneath his big flowing cloak. But Azure is wearing, very flamboyantly coloured yellow and orange robes, very bright standout colours, and you don't get the sense this man could hide. He's wearing the equivalent of fantasy high-vis, essentially.
Well, Mira will give them a big hug and immediately look around to make sure that the building is still standing.
The building is still standing. In fact, there have been some updates and additions. Works of art now hang upon the walls around you. Furniture has been installed. The artworks are mostly landscapes, beautiful landscapes. And you can see an unfamiliar signature in the bottom right-hand corner of each of these artworks. They all seem to be by the same artist.
She'll look around. She'll like, oh, you've done some decorating, Azure?
Yes, we've been updating the guild with some fantastic new paintings.
The great Andrew.
Thank you. I'm impersonating another player at this point, a previous player whose character was part of the first 80 episodes. Azure was here Andrew's here for ages before he had a child, and apparently children take precedence over. I know children absolutely take precedence over D&D, 100%. So I'm impersonating another player's character. So I hope I do a good job. I hope I'm doing justice to Azure. Yes, we found a fantastic up-and-coming artist, and I've been sponsoring his work.
Sponsoring, yes.
Just nods emphatically.
Okay, yes, you'll have to show me. You'll have to meet him. I'll have to meet him. He's so well represented.
Very secretive. I've never actually met him in person.
Oh, that sounds mysterious.
Yes, he's very mysterious.
What's his name? Does he have a moniker? Or?
No, he has a moniker. Yes, I thought you were going to ask about a name. I was ready to answer the name. No, he has a pseudonym that he operates under.
Oh yes.
Landscapesy.
That is mysterious. But
yes,
also
and he hangs them up around the city. These beautiful works of art. He just hangs them on random walls. He sneaks out at night with a hammer and chisel, hammers a nail or a thing in, and then hangs up these beautiful paintings on them.
Oh, that's... Mira doesn't have much imagination. That's secretive. Yes, I like it. It sets up the guild's whole ethos.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, and it's great because you just get these from the watch lockup, because obviously what he's doing is illegal. You can't just hang paintings in the middle of the street. So I just go down and buy them off the watch. 5 gold pieces each.
That's all right. Yes, that's okay. Oh, it's lovely, Azure. This is just wonderful. And everything else is okay. How about our other little project? Are they safe?
Yes. I have been meaning to talk to you about that. They're not here anymore.
They're not here anymore.
Yes. The Verwold friend.
Yes.
Yes, Lucius. He said the eggs would benefit from exposure to their natural elements. That sounded pretty great to me. So he went, no, more like the wild elements, like
Oh, okay.
So I assume for the green dragon, he's taking it to maybe a forest. The black dragon, maybe a swamp.
Right. Okay.
And the white egg, no idea. Maybe the snow.
Right. Okay. Well. Okay. Yes, that's okay. But they're still secret. They're still safe, right?
Yes, of course. Well, Emmerich did come by and take one of the eggs. Obviously, he took the black one.
Yes, I heard about that.
Was that not okay? He said he had permission.
Azure, do you trust Emmerich? Yes, you do. No mind. Good question.
I trust everyone, Mira.
That's right.
It's in my character flaws right here.
Never mind. Oh, Azure, have you met Lockie?
Lockie. Lovely to meet you. He holds out a hand.
Hello there.
I mean, as much as you can feel the strength of a handshake, very strong handshake, Lockie.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
You'd have sensors for that. Like there'd be a gyroscope and some sort of pressure sensor in your hands. Yeah. And it doubles as a thermometer too, so you know he's got a warm handshake. When you want to test temperature, you hold your hand up. He's got a warm, solid handshake.
That's actually what Lockie is saying. You have a very warm handshake.
Ah, thank you very much. And he summons a small ball of fiery light into his hand and goes, probably this is why. Snuffs it out.
Yes, that would do it.
Yes, we were sent by Langdodros. He said that
Yes.
there was something...
He's been doing some work for the guild. He's joined us. Well, he says he hasn't, but he has.
I knew that you have a good influence on him as Zua.
Less me, more you.
Oh, well. I suppose after a few years it wears off, but yes, quite a surprise to see him turn up.
Yes,
Anyway.
he spent some time with your mutual acquaintance, Elia, I believe her name is, important ambassador from the Draconic Nations.
Yes,
Alex,
I think that she wants to get back in contact. I don't know.
Yes,
if
she does. She's just downstairs.
Oh gosh. Okay. I've got to get ready.
Yes, we probably shouldn't have kept her waiting in hindsight.
No. Okay. Yes, I'm ready. I don't have my notes. Shit.
Is that Claire speaking or Mira? Bit of both. Bit of column A, bit of column B. The distinction's fairly arbitrary nowadays, hey?
Yeah. But she'll just kind of rummage around and kind of try and get things ready, and like a rogue post-it note will just kind of fall out. Okay, I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
Good luck.
I need my note. Thank you. Thanks. I think Lockie, you have to meet Griswold. Azura, will you make the introductions? A bit frazzled.
Yes, I can make introductions. Oh, yeah, you know it.
This is your artificer friend?
Yes.
Yes. I'm most eager to meet him.
And he's the main reason I checked that the house was still standing as soon as I walked in. So,
we had to rebuild the upper tower, obviously.
Oh, I see.
Oh. Okay. That's okay. I'm gonna go. Okay.
Good luck.
Good luck. And Mira, you begin sort of running downstairs. We'll do Lockie first, because I think Lockie will be fairly quick. Lockie. Yeah, Azura leads you up a flight of stairs up towards a very cluttered study. You can see that there have been a number of mechanical arms built into the walls, which are continually picking things up and moving things around. And then you can hear this like clock chiming as well as you step on in. All these like mechanical and very what's the word I'm looking for? Very clockwork style artificing going on here. In the middle of the room is a massive chemistry set that goes from floor to 6 foot high ceilings.
Wow.
This is designed for a gnome, so it's not super high, the rooms. You can see that Griswold's made some adjustments. The pipes and tubings and intricate glasswork cover every inch of the table, and various alchemical concoctions bubble away, occasionally releasing puffs of gas or small light effects of flame. In the middle of the room, just behind the chemistry set, with these massive goggles hiding his incredibly large mop of completely standing up straight white blonde hair, is an older gnome with a little moustache and chin strap beard and a little sort of like triangle beard. As you step into the room, he goes, "Yes, what is it? How can I? Yes, what? Oh, yes, Azar. What do you need, Azar? I just thought I'd introduce you to Lockie, a new member of the guild, and who's come with Mira. You remember Mira, don't you?" "What? Yes, of course I remember Mira. Lockie." He sort of like isn't really looking at you as he says all this. He's focusing on some tiny apparatus in his hands and this minuscule screwdriver. Minuscule for a gnome as well. So tiny.
Hello there. I've heard something about you. And I'm quite interested to see. I felt quite at home here, oddly enough. I'm not entirely sure why.
At that, he looks up and squints at you and goes, "Well, it's because you're a... Wait a minute. Get yourself over here, son. Let me have a look at you."
Oh, yeah, sure. Actually, that part is, well, I don't have a word for it, but I guess the analogy is ticklish. Oh, yes.
Oh, don't worry about that. He pulls out a control panel from his robes, presses a button, and the roof with this dunk, 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 dunk begins raising up,
Oh, hello.
revealing shelves and shelves of books and intricate parts, filigree metal, as the entire roof is raised up on these gears and cogs.
Yeah, quite
Sorry about
the same.
A bit agoraphobic sometimes. I like to keep the room nice and close. You know how it is.
Sure. Keep your work close. Then you're always thinking about it.
Yes, that's right. Let me have... You're not a Warforged, are you, son? You
I'm
look
not.
like one, but you're not.
No. I've been informed, and I've uncovered certain memories deep within me. I'm actually I think the word for it is giant forged, for lack of a better term.
I thought they were just a story. How interesting. Yeah, you're mostly made of electrum. Is that right? Begins literally pulling your chest piece aside and poking around inside of you with no more warning.
Oh yes, that in there, that word big underneath the armor I made. That part's that is definitely a fundamental piece of me. Yes.
You know, what about this cog here? If I twist this, he pulls the side cog. Ah, yes, silver plating, pathetic. That's not going to stand up to the ages. Let me take that out. And he literally rips a piece out of you, Lockie. I need you to take 2d6 damage.
Oh my lord.
As he rips a section out of you.
He's knocked out. He's gone. He's gone.
Nah, he's okay. Oh, his camera's gone though. Are you there, Michael?
I went offline for a moment there. Could you please put that back?
No, this will not do. And he walks over to his bench and begins like fiddling around with it. After about 15 seconds, he walks back with a very similar looking piece, pulls open your rib cage and chest piece again, Lockie, and jams it inside of you. You heal that damage that you took. And you immediately begin to feel all of your internal gears that monitor most of your vital functions suddenly are ticking away much, much faster. Much more efficiently.
That's interesting. I did not even realize that I was jammed there. Wow.
You weren't jammed. It's just they used most of use electrum, right? You understand electrums are quite resistant to change. Good capacitor, carries lots of charge and things like that. Great for infusing with magic. But for some strange reason, some absolute twit had a section of silver leaf, not electrum leaf, silver leaf covering one of your internal cogs. I've just removed the silver leaf, given it a replating with some electrum, put it back in.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, you should be operating at 115% capacity right now. My calculations are correct, and they usually are.
I mean, it does feel better. I feel like I've, been through some sort of 10-day meditation. I'm thinking much clearer.
Great to hear.
Yes.
Great.
Hey!
Jared, hello.
Hello.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay. How you doing?
I've been sick all day, and I just woke up.
Oh my god. Oh man, still.
I woke
still
up
not...
at 12:30, I think, like in the afternoon, and so I'm here. But I'm here. Continue though. Sorry.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm here.
Okay. Have you heard from Matt by any chance? Has he got COVID too?
I have no idea.
We'll find out.
I haven't even looked at our messages.
That's all good. Lockie, yeah, was there anything you wanted to ask Griswold while you got this chance? Otherwise, I'll jump to Claire.
Yes, well, actually, I've recently come in to acquire this, and it'll sort of move some parts apart and spins around and brings out brings to the fore the cube, the giant. So I believe this is a giant runic cube, and I was hoping to possibly tap into some of its magic. If that.
Yes. I might need to rip this out of you, son. Is that okay?
As long as you don't damage it, I think I could probably find a way to deal with that. Yes.
Otherwise,
through a process, I'm most eager to learn.
I tell you what I could do, if you're preferring something a bit more unintrusive, shall we say. I've recently been developing this, and he reaches down and pulls out from a drawer in his desk this black box with a single open hole at one end. Stand back. I'm just gonna quickly take some lithographs. That's what I've been calling them. And he holds up this black box, and then creates using prestidigitation, creates a flash of light in his hand, which illuminates you. And then from inside you hear this, and then out of the box comes this strip of engraved, almost like a plaster that's engraved with a perfect 3D representation of you as seen forwards. And as you hold it up to the light, it takes on the appearance of a photograph almost.
Oh my goodness, that's fascinating.
You like it?
I absolutely do. How is this? You'll have to take me through how this works, because I'm yes. Wow.
Well, I'm still ironing out some of the kinks. Could I get back to you on that one? We occasionally have an error where, and then the box begins whistling. Fuck. If you could get onto the table, please. Just be a moment.
Sure.
Climb under the table. He leans out the window, looks over the river, and goes, "Yeah, boats are far enough away," and lobs this thing towards the river. You hear this, followed by no sound at all.
I'll pick up one of those.
As the water explodes, this enormous boom rattles the house. Mira will I'll tell you when that happens during your conversation. And the spray of water comes through the window. You look as Griswold's pulled open this tiny umbrella, and the rain is splattered against the umbrella, closes it, puts it up against the window. Blast. I've run out of iodine. I'll have to find some more before I can make another one of those. Bugger.
Are you sure you didn't overcomplicate the conversion process? Okay.
I'll look through this. I'll have a look over this, see what I can discover. It's going to take me a couple of days, I think, and I can send some information to you. I tell you what, I might upgrade you, actually. Stay there for a second. I'm just going to get into your headpiece. And he begins climbing up your back. He tears open one side of your face, pulls out a gem covered in wires and cogs and gears, starts adjusting it, and then integrates this into the side of your head before closing up your faceplate again. Jumps down, wanders over to the other side of the room, pulls out an identical looking gem and speaks into it. You hear in your mind, Lockie, hello, testing, can you hear me?
Yes, I can? That's
Great.
fascinating.
Yes, so, he takes the gem away from his mouth. Right, so, as long as you're within sort of 100 feet, we can just do this as much as we want, but when you're outside of that range, you can spend some charges. I've infused it with enough magic to last for a day or so, got about 3 charges, then each morning, as long as you infuse it with some magic, we can talk whenever you need to.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic.
And if I ever need to contact you, I can contact you that way.
Sounds great.
Now, the airship. How's the teleportation circle coming along on the airship? Have you guys been working on that at all?
Yes, I believe I started to put some preliminary things down, measuring out the area of the
Good.
of the spell.
No,
I've
good.
been working with Mira with it.
Right. It's not quite ready for use, though, regular use, backwards and forwards, is it?
Not quite yet. We're having some troubles with the interface between the weave and the wood.
Right, well, I'll be coming with you.
So far.
I'll come back with you, then.
Oh. Sounds great.
Gives you a thumbs up. Alrighty, better jump to Mira really quickly. Mira, as you head down the stairs, you reach this large, opulent lounge room. There is a massive cabinet in the back corner full of various different vials and decanters. You're assuming of some various alcoholic beverages. And sitting on a large plush sofa, leather plush sofa, drinking out of a very fine flute wine glass, some sort of amber-colored liquid, is Elia, in her human form. So her dragon name is Otalia Karnos, but she is in her human form, which she goes by Elia in this. And you know her as this silver dragon ambassador from the Draconic Nations. The person you studied with for many, many years and worked with as an ambassador, politician. As soon as she sees you, she stands up.
Mira, it's so good to see you again. How have you been?
Oh, yeah, it's so good to see you. We are a bit chilly, but we're making progress in the north. It's a pleasure to see you.
Likewise, my dear. Hang on a minute. What is that in your eye?
Oh, yes. Actually, so she knew about the eye, but she doesn't know about the amulet.
No.
Yeah. She's like, oh.
Because your eye has changed a little bit as a result of the amulet too.
Yeah, that's right. So, for reference, Mira has a fake eye.
Fake eye. An Earthsat's eye.
Yeah. And now she has an Earthsat's eye given to her by Lockie. But it now also has been infused with an amulet that she found in the jungle.
Yeah.
Part of mysterious draconic prophecy, which I really need to talk to you about, actually, and I'm so glad that you summoned us back. But please, what news? What news do you have?
No, we need to talk about that amulet you're wearing. Mira, do you have any idea what that is?
I mean, it seems by happenstance we found it in the jungle, and she will tell her the story that that the lizard folk told her about that legendary sort of draconic figure with the dual colours.
Yeah. As you speak through this prophecy, she looks sort of more and more concerned.
I have not heard of that prophecy before, but I have heard of this item.
Really?
Yes, it is famous. This was once wielded by Tiamat herself.
Tiamat?
Yes. It's the amulet of the Chromatic Queen. Tiamat.
Oh. Mira will just kind of like put her notes that she's been reading out to her aside. She'll just sit down and then break a pen in half.
How you came across this, I have no idea, but how these lizard folk have been holding on to this, I don't understand. This was supposed to have been sealed with her. It was a channel, a conduit for some of her power.
Well, it's kind of good that at least we have it because the cult were looking for it. They were very close.
I am not so sure, Mira. It was supposed to have been cursed by Tiamat herself. Could I ask that you try and take it off?
Can I? Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah, as you reach down, touch it. The second you try and remove it over your head, as the cord begins getting up over your chin, the amulet grows heavier and heavier, and the higher you pull it, the heavier it gets before your arms are pulled back against your chest as the amulet lands heavily on your shoulders once more. I was afraid of that. You are bound to this thing now, Mira. Forever. This is bound to your very soul. This can never be removed. Ever.
It seemed like such a good idea at the time. It sounded like...
That just sums up most D&D sessions, doesn't it?
The character with a neutral modifier to her wisdom would do.
Oh dear. I think we're going to need to spend some time processing this later. I don't know a huge amount about this. I know of this item from my history, but I will see what I can learn and communicate this to you urgently. I am very concerned, though. Oh, Griswold's experiments. I swear they get louder every minute. I've been hearing these for the last 5 hours.
Nice.
Thank you.
Right, sorry. Yes, I was sorry. I should tell you why I'm here. And I was hoping you would have some good news, but unfortunately I don't have any good news for you. An ambassador from the cult arrived at Velox Sur just over a month ago. I had no idea about this. I wasn't told. No communications were sent out to us. Mira, they've convinced a lot of dragons to side with them. A lot. They have very convincing evidence, I'm told, that Tiamat was not the villain that she is remembered to be. That dragons were tricked and manipulated by the humanoid races to give up their power. By sealing Tiamat away, they have lost their own power and their own way. You have to understand, Velox has changed over the last few years since you and I were last there. It's become a much more divisive place. A lot of the younger dragons, they don't remember the old days, they just remember the stories. And they think dragons should rule once again. And that's exactly what the cult are telling them.
But there are other stories. I mean, which ones do you choose to believe? That's well, I mean, is there any truth to that? That doesn't sound... There's no truth to that.
I don't, obviously, I haven't seen any of this evidence for myself, but one of my trusted contacts there, he says that it was compelling, shall we say. Perhaps Tiamat was not just hell-bent on destruction, that her goal was to bring dragons up, to rise them and rule, have dragons be the rulers of this world. We always knew that was the goal, but we always assumed it, we were told that it came with destruction. The dragons could only rule through the destruction of everything else, but apparently there was a book written by Tiamat herself, which outlined her goals at the time. A book which was conveniently copied and published again.
By whom?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? The author's left anonymous, but my suspicion is it is Severin, the leader of the cult. I suspect this is... He discovered this book. His discovery of this book is what has triggered this entire sequence of events that's led us to this moment. The question is, how far into the future can Tiamat see? Was this all planned? Is this part of the goal? We know she has some ability to see the future.
With that, there's a sudden boom as the entire house shakes, Mira. And water splashes up against the side window.
Oh my goodness. Is that okay? Do we need to check on that?
Azure pops his head around the corner. No, nothing to worry about. It's just Griswold. It happens from time to time. Yes.
Apparently we lost the North Tower recently, so it could be worse. Right?
Yes, that's the spirit, Mira.
Yes.
Could be worse. Yes, exactly.
Oh, it sounds like it could be much worse.
Leosin steps back. Sorry, I'll give you privacy again. Sorry about that.
Just make sure nothing's on fire, Azure.
All right.
Shape water.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's also called abused water.
I don't know that one either. Yeah, Elliot turns back towards you.
So, sorry that I only have bad news. I was wondering if you would be willing to come back and help me convince the dragons of the city to side with us, to side against the cult, or at least beg you to take a bit of time to maybe fly out to Veluxur on your airship, visit the dragon capital, see if you can convince some dragons to join our side in this fight.
I mean, I don't know how convincing I will be. If this curse is from Tiamat, they're going to see me as just... Well, actually, they're probably going to... Well, actually...
Yes, this might work in our favour.
That's true.
If you're wielding an amulet of Tiamat and you're pleading people not to work with the cult, maybe that's our angle. Maybe we can angle it that Tiamat doesn't want them to work with the cult. That that's not Tiamat's will at all. This could be good. This lie could be believable.
Wait, when you say a lie, but we have to do the truth, right? That's true.
The truth is Tiamat wants them to work with the cult. The truth is the cult is planning to bring Tiamat back into the world, and that Tiamat will elevate dragons above all other races. That is the truth, and that's what these people want to hear. Unfortunately, it's not what they need to hear right now. And as politicians, it's not our job to tell people what they want to hear. It's to tell them what they need to hear.
Oh, cute puppy on the stream if you're watching the stream. Cute puppy, he's gone. Bring the puppy back. Thank you. Oh. Podcast listeners, you need to come watch this live so you can enjoy doggos on stream. Sorry, carry on.
It's Caleb.
Caleb.
Mira will... yeah, that's Caleb. Caleb! No. Yeah. Mira will look very conflicted about that. Because, she used to be part of this life, and that's the last thing she wants to kind of come back into.
I'm sorry, Mira. We have to do what is right. I hate to say this phrase. You know I don't believe this. But sometimes we have to do things.
As a door slams as Azure walks back in. Sorry, I just wanted a drink. He walks over to the cabinet, fills out a glass, then walks back out again, closes the door.
I'm sorry,
Amen, brother.
Sometimes you have to do some things for the greater good. I know that's a slippery slope. You know that I know that's a slippery slope. But in times of crisis, sometimes we have to sacrifice the few for the many. And in this case, you and I are going to be the sacrifices. Our honor, our honesty, so that we can protect the people that we love, and more importantly, the world that we love. It's not an easy task.
I'd rather be that sacrifice than Tiamat's.
Yes. Good. Good. Good to hear.
Well, was that
an option?
Well, one interpretation of that prophecy is that the cult kind of needs a sacrifice.
Mira, I want you to stay away from them in that context,
Yes.
please.
Actually, that reminds me, we do have one of them who's currently incapacitated and not much of a threat, but not sure what to do with him. Baron.
Right. Well, I guess you could send him here. I could try and heal his broken mind.
That's what I was thinking. He would be much better off with you and potentially give you a bit more information that more coherent cult members might be unwilling to share.
Yes. Yes, and if we can heal his mind, perhaps we can... I have a spell, Mira, Modify Memory. I'm wondering if I could potentially use it to turn him on our side. Change his memories of how he was driven mad.
We had nothing to do with it.
Insight check. 19.
Only a little bit to do with it. We didn't intend it to happen.
She just raises a single eyebrow and looks at you.
Okay, maybe a bit to do with it. But yes, I think that would help, and I do not have the power to do that, but I would be very confident with if he was in your hands.
Yes, that sounds... Yes, I think we can accommodate that. When the teleportation circle's set up with the airship, I'll get Griswold to bring him here.
And I will pass on to the crew that our next stop potentially will be the Draconic capital.
Doesn't have to be urgent, but if you do get a chance, I think it would be a noble trip. Welcome, Matt.
I will
Hello.
discuss it with my team in a meeting.
Sounds like a plan. Alrighty. Thank you. I best be going. I did leave some members of the embassy waiting for me. I'm sorry. I would like to spend longer catching up with you in the future.
Yes.
And with that, she stands up, gives you a big warm hug, and walks out the door. Mira and Lockie, the rest of your time at the guild, you get to spend an extra day there. The rest of this sort of afternoon. However you would like to spend that time, that's how you spend it. So after a couple of hours, Azure comes and finds each of you and brings you back to the teleportation circle. Right, so Griswold says you're ready to head on back. He's going to send you back to the party. Apparently, he's given an amulet to Langdodrosa, and Langdodrosa gave that to Jin, and Jin now has that amulet. But if we want to send you back, we can send you back directly to them.
Yes, I think that might be best.
That would be preferable.
We don't know where they quite ended up, and they could be anywhere.
Indeed. Well, I think you just need to step in the circle and away you go.
Hopefully they haven't got themselves in too deep.
I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be splendid.
They're not going to be dead at all.
Yeah, that'll be splendid. As you step into the circle, the familiar light teleportation surrounds you, and you feel that pull as you are ripped from time and space. Jin, Boldor, KayCee, and Yervith. The amulet that Jin had been holding drops to the floor. Runes begin burning their way through the snow, melting a teleportation circle into the floor in front of you, and then with a blinding flash of light, Lockie and Mira appear before you. Shana, you see this enormous beam of light from the ship shining up into the sky like a beacon. Followed by this as this echo goes through the ice, and you see a little wake of waves move through as it blasts through into the ice. You get the sense that probably the same light that you've seen this light before when the teleportation circle activated the first time. You get the sense that they've just arrived, and you begin heading over that way to go rejoin the party. Your time with the map, you've had a couple of hours with the map. The only information you can glean is a section of ice deep within the caverns where they have marked danger. And when you guys get to that spot, I'll let you know when you're there so you can. So Jin, Boldor, KayCee, and Yervith, you watch as Lockie and Mira step out of this massive beam of light, and then the amulet lifts up into the air and crumbles to dust.
Question.
Warning! And KayCee pulls out the extendable sword and points it at these two new people that they've never met before.
One quick question, Owen.
Yes.
When Lockie sees that, he's going to pull his shield up and stand and move himself.
Warning!
We have an issue here.
So what you hear is warning! Yes, sorry, Jared.
To paint the picture, are we still looking at that corpse in the ice?
So you guys had moved on towards, yeah, you guys had just moved past that towards the ice caverns.
Okay, because that would make it a lot more.
It's like, ah!
Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting.
No, so you guys moved past that towards the ice caverns.
Okay.
So it's just the Warforged facing off against each
Yeah.
other.
Yes.
Identify.
You identify.
My identity is not relevant. You identify.
I will lower my bow and arrow.
I inquired identity. Primary.
I actually go in the middle. KayCee, it's okay, relax. This, and I point to Mira, is a founding member, so far above your station.
Yes.
Far above your level.
For people who may not remember, there's been a bit of dick measuring going on between Jacob, Tom, and Jared about who's the best member of the guild, because we realized that because Tom's character and Jacob's character are both fully fledged members of the guild, they technically outrank Jim and the rest of them. So we realized,
he's more of an associate.
Yeah. Associate and ally of the Tempest Guild.
Associate, intern, interchangeable.
Yeah. So we realized at the beginning of the sessions with these guest characters that technically they were the guild, and the others are just the help. So that was.
I mean, Yervith has been a member for what, like 3 days?
3 days.
No, it's been at least 3 weeks since they rescued you from the jungles, because it took you guys a week and a half just to fly from the jungle up to the north. So it's definitely been a bit of time.
Sure. Yeah.
Mira's here now, so I say that, and I present Mira, and she's standing there probably coughing or something.
You assholes. I love it.
She'll just wave.
I couldn't help it.
It's so good to see you all. Oh, this is just wonderful having interns. I've made something. So in the day that Mira was at Oxenfurt, she has had little badges made.
Oh my god. Did they play a little tune as well?
Oh wow.
In the background.
They're like the My Name Is, and it's got the Tempest Guild. So she just kind of handed it to everybody.
Oh my god. Can it please be written in some sort of like runic language, or is it just literally hello, my name is? And then...
hello, my name is. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Alright. What are they made of? Are they metal? Are they just like wood? They're embossed. Oh, amazing. Okay, yeah. So she hands them out. Everyone has one.
Damn.
KayCee and Boldor, you guys have your own, obviously, because you're members of the guild already. So.
Yes.
But yours don't look like hello, my name is. Yours are just like guild badges to identify. They're like more professional looking. Mira, when you took this to Griswold,
I know that this is going to be confusing for you, so I made a few for you. Then she gives Illyrian like 4 or 5.
Hello, my name is Swabby. Hello, Yara, my name is Swabby. Hello, my name is Illyrian. Greetings, my name is Seth.
I nod and I put the appropriate name tag on, and I sort of look at KayCee with a bit of a sly smile.
What's your rudest character that you would play, Jin? Who's the rudest character? The rudest. I
mean, Illyrian's a bit of a trickster, but I wouldn't say he's like overtly rude.
He's kind of cool.
He's kind of cool, but I think he's just sort of like earthy and would just say stuff.
I probably have like a few personas I haven't, because I don't like to be a dick all the time. That's like Illyrian's.
Yeah. Let's have maybe like a Karen character, and it's like, fuck you, I'm Karen.
I will. Okay, I'll come up with something. See how it goes. I got a bunch of. I guess Freddie Thorn maybe, because that's just my.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Freddie Thorn. Yeah, fuck you, I'm Freddie Thorn.
He's
That's right. Yeah.
He's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, so KayCee would like to turn around to Mira and say, "Excellent," and retract the sword. Now that we have founding members present, there is urgent business to attend.
Yes, I'm glad to see you're all still alive. What is the status report?
Well, I believe that can wait. We have far more pressing business.
Oh. Yes.
We have people here who I would like to put forward for promotion to full member. I believe their performance has been par and acceptable.
Who's he putting forward?
Oh, this is the
They
best.
have performed extremely adequately.
Adequately.
This is
That's it.
exciting news. This news to me, KayCee. Who are you putting forward?
Don't worry, there should be a letter in the mail for you, personally.
Oh! Why? I haven't had an address in a long time, so I don't know where it's going to.
Up until recently, it's been that hole in the trees that I hide in from all the dangerous animals.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
amazing.
that means we're going to have a performance review. We usually have them at the end of every month, but if we want to do...
No, KayCee's done it.
Every month.
He like turns around and like the printer section opens on his back and this paper starts coming out with like grades for each thing. Held the door open. Yeah, A+. They held the door open for me. That was good. Like slew a moray eel.
It's solid
C was
C.
adequate.
What are you talking about?
Oh, amazing.
Please get degrees. Hey?
Needs improvement.
As
At
expected.
expected level.
As expected, yeah. And then it's like attitude and treatment of management like needs improvements.
Where am I on the bell curve? That's what I want to know.
50%. 50%.
Yeah.
At the top,
Oh,
yeah. On the
nice.
top.
That's perfect.
Mira will look around. She's like, did we lose Shana at all?
Oh no, she's
Point to the-
she's back on the airship.
At this point, Shana, you're passing the frozen corpse of a lady. Well, no, not a corpse. I shouldn't say that. It's not technically a corpse. You're passing the frozen form of this
Body.
woman embedded in the ice.
Mummified.
But looking like she's just asleep, embedded in the ice. Long dark hair, dressed in oldie time furs. And just frozen underneath the ice, maybe about a meter down in this iceberg. And you can see the footprints of the party heading that way, as they just stepped over her, and then, booted foot stepped on her at one point to get past. She's a meter below the ice. Calm down.
I ought to tell you both, we're up against some pretty dangerous creatures in this frozen wastes. I saw a whale carcass, just not too far from here. Looked like something big might have been snacking on it.
Oh, I was going to say whales are alright. Whales are very gentle.
You can still see the carcass from where you are, Yervith. If you just step back out of the ice tunnels 2-3 meters, you can just point it out.
I just shift like a couple of steps over, and I'm like, it's
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Hanging off the side of an iceberg, is the half-chewed body of a whale with a massive bite taken out of the center.
Any idea what made that bite? Yep.
We were talking about it. Obviously, the first thing that came to my mind was dragons, but Boulder here said it might have been a rock, which would be something to worry about, considering they're very, very big.
Lockie looks up
I
and
would
around
be-
and sees a rock.
The rock
I would
being
be
a
very
big
scared
bird.
if there
Yeah, I know,
was
I know.
a
I
rock.
think we'd see it, Lockie, if it was... Yeah, that's concerning. Do you have any experience with rocks? Looks at the interns.
Well, Boulder was the one that came to the conclusion about it being a rock.
Boulder, you've seen them before.
I'd have to have a look at the bites and if this looks rock-like. Boulder
Yeah.
should know about rocks.
Admittedly, I haven't been close to the carcass to examine it myself either, so further investigation might be needed.
Right. We'll take the
How
lead
far
from you.
away?
Oh yeah, probably about 250 meters away. But yeah, Boulder, look close enough that you could have a bit of a look. Do you want to make me a nature or... I'd say nature or perception check.
Sure.
Now, Shana, I see...
Can
yeah.
I assist Boulder with that?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, you can point out.
Both maybe
Yeah.
looking at it, and then maybe we can
Yeah.
swap information or
No,
skill.
definitely. You can roll with advantage, Tom. You're pointing out... Oh, 18's already good.
Yeah.
I'll give him a flash of genius as well.
14. Oh shit. Okay, so it's a +5, isn't it?
Wow.
4 for me, yeah.
+4. 22. Boldor. As you look at this thing, immediately there's no talon scrapings. Normally when rocks pick things up, there's massive claw marks and gashes in the shape of 5-fingered talons on either side that obviously would be there when it grabs the creature. There's no beak tear marks. Normally what rocks do is they like to disembowel the prey first. They'll pull the intestines and organs out and then they'll eat the flesh. Whatever did this just took a massive fucking bite out of the side of it and then has just left this on the side of the mountain. You're immediately thinking more towards the draconic side of the food chain. The bite marks, the pattern doesn't look like a bird. This looks like a lizard bite or something like that. You immediately think.
So, Boldor, recalling that sort of knowledge, Boldor points to his exposed arm through the pelt and say, "See all these scratches on my arm?" And he just sort of shows it to everyone. When you fight birds, they scratch. I see no scratches. It must be something else, possibly dragons.
I nod in agreement. I'm like, yeah, that checks out. I mean,
That checks out.
There were dragons that were heralded to the sound of the horn. They were seen flying here, right?
Yes.
So
Any leads on that? Are we gaining?
Well, it doesn't. It's not out of the realm of impossibility that a dragon might have dropped this carcass here on its way here. So we're definitely on the right track.
It's a clue.
Indeed.
Okay. All right. Good. Excellent work, everybody. Oh. All right.
You're all getting your Christmas bonuses.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Now, Shana, I'm going to jump to you for a second. I see that you have typed in chat. Ha ha ha. Does that clock chime every 15 minutes? Not important. Can Shana start using abuse water to see if she can free the woman? Yes, you can, Shana. Of course you can. As you stand...
But before I start, this isn't where the danger map was marked, was it?
Nope, that's inside the ice caverns. This isn't where the danger is
She
marked.
continues.
Nope. Shana, yeah, so you stand on the edge of this iceberg. From across the way where you're standing, you probably want to be standing above her. So you jump over the iceberg, land on the other side onto her section of sea ice. And yeah, you begin shaping water to move aside and melt this. Doesn't take you too long at all. You can do a 5-foot cube, so it's not very long at all. That's basically all the way down there in a single use of shaped water. As you melt it, as her face, because the way she's lying, her face is up a little bit, and as you melt the top of her face, that's the first thing that melts. You watch as a breath of steam, this puff of hot air, crystallizes in the air in front of her. This.
Hi, can you hear me? I'm not going to bother asking if you're alright because you're trapped in a block of ice, but do you wish to be released?
Eyes still closed, not acknowledging any sound that you've made. Do you keep melting the ice? At the moment, just her face is free of the ice.
Yeah, she melts some more ice, and she also will just do a first level healing word, she's not sure she's on the,
cross off that spell slot. Absolutely, cross off that spell slot. As you begin melting and her torso comes free, another puff of hot air sort of comes out of her mouth, and you see her chest begin breathing in and out. It's this. She breathes in and out slowly, and then as you do the healing spell, as you say the healing word and push the magic towards her, her eyes open. Beautiful sea green blue eyes, these piercing green blue eyes that open and look right at you. She goes, "Oh, thank you.
Oh no.
I have been trapped here for so long. Who are you?"
My name's Shana. I'm here, but I've been in a similar position to you, and no one should ever be trapped against their will.
No, indeed not. Could not agree more. Well, thank you for freeing me.
She begins sort of climbing out very sort of jerkily, as if her limbs are still partly frozen or held in place. And then she suddenly stands up, really suddenly, right in front of you. Right in your face, looking into your eyes.
You should be rewarded for such a selfless act of kindness.
No reward is necessary. I'm only doing for you what I wish that someone had done for me sooner on.
Oh.
I was trapped for 600 years myself, you know. The world's a different place.
600 years, you don't say.
Do you know how long you've been down here? Were you aware of the passage of time? Or to you, is it just you went to sleep and woke up the next day?
She sort of cocks her head a bit strangely and looks at you.
Oh, I have been down there for some time. Not sure how long. I saw the moons pass overhead until they became a blur, and a mountain rise from the seas and disappear again. Some time, I would think.
Were you in before the ruin?
What is the ruin?
Yeah, that was my question too. Well, like I said, a lot's changed in the world, and everything is completely different and completely out of my depth, I'm not gonna lie.
Interesting. Tell me, did you come here with friends, or are you alone?
Right now I'm alone, but there are people.
No metagaming. Let her do her thing. Let her doom you all.
We have no idea what this character's what this character wants. We're just
It'll be okay, guys.
Boulder and I were gonna get this on the way back.
It's like Travis then. It'll be fine.
She's just a woman frozen in the ice. Chill out, guys.
Yeah, exactly. What could be the worst?
Look, for all you know, she could be the Avatar. Like,
okay, yeah.
She's
Could be, yeah.
for it.
Why does she sound so creepy though? Like, why?
What do you mean? She's
Nothing,
She's
alright,
the
keep going.
creepiest.
Keep going, guys.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm here alone right now, but my friends are nearby. I think I'm currently looking for them.
Oh, perhaps I could assist. I can find my way around the ice quite well.
Obviously didn't turn out well.
How did you end up down here on the ice? Did you fall down a fishing hole?
Oh, it is a long story, which I am not sure I have the time to tell.
Well, I hear you. Do you need help? Do you need to warm up or anything? I fell in the water myself a little bit ago, and it took me a fair bit to warm up to be able to even move again.
It is very kind. No, I am quite comfortable.
Where will you go now? Do you have plans?
I could try and find my village. I know they were around here some time ago. Perhaps we could look together. I will help you find your friends, and you can help me find mine.
That sounds like a good idea. I'll be glad to help you as much as I can, but before we start,
Yes.
I guess I just have one question, which is, what's your name?
You can call me Lysandra.
Lysandra. Beautiful name.
Lys for
Well
short.
then. Lisa.
Oh,
I like
Lys. But Lisa is fine.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna keep walking and see if I can't find them.
She looks at your tail as you say keep walking, and then looks at you and goes,
Yes.
and begins walking alongside you.
The tail's a new edition. I'm still getting used to it.
That's fair. But yeah, 2-3 minutes. You guys continue walking, following the footsteps, and you see the rest of the party. She goes,
Is that your friends there?
Yes, they're the ones that saved me. In the same way that I helped you when you were trapped on the ice. They helped me.
Yeah, there she is. Shut up here.
What?
Hi guys.
What?
I found I found this
guys?
person. She was trapped in the ice. Her name's Lise. She's really nice.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Very good then.
It is lovely to meet you all.
Are you okay? Sorry,
Yes,
That's good. That's good.
I am fine.
I sort of smack Yervith just.
Ah!
No, I don't mind him.
Just
I just like.
Sorry, podcast listeners.
Ah!
Sorry,
Yeah,
promptly
I'm
does it
like-
again. Fucking hell.
I try and do a whisper to Yervith, just like, just play it cool. We never saw
play
her.
cool.
Okay.
Never saw her in the eyes. Shh. Oh, hello. Lovely to meet you.
Lovely
Lyra.
to meet you all. Healthy looking people.
Oh.
Boulder,
like
this
that.
is the lady
on.
we left in the.
I love it.
I'm gonna
I love
play
it.
off and I'm gonna play it off and be like, what?
Oh, so
Why
good.
would you leave her in the ice? Why didn't you let her out, like our friend here? As I'm just
Well,
sort of
none
like,
of you guys have the abuse water spell, so and Mira wasn't there at the time, so that's why I assumed that you guys had continued on to wait for Mira.
But no idea what
KayCee
you're
says
talking
that,
about,
Lockie
not
will
at all.
chime in and be like, "You left her in the ice. Why would you do that?"
exactly, exactly. Why would
I
you
love
leave her
the
in
judgment.
The ice?
I'm very
I
good
sorta-
at
I-
noticing things.
I
and
just sort of keep smacking you to shut up.
Tell me,
I'm just-
why do you hit your friend? Has he wronged you?
Not at all. Just classic, growing up in the Palin and all that. This is what we do for fun. Nothing of it at all.
Palin?
It's just fun. Yes.
Oh, Lise,
yeah.
City.
they're much, much, much younger than us. They're, in the grand scheme of things, barely children. I mean, none of them have really been around for much more than a couple of 100 years, if that. So
Oh, that
a
is
lot
okay.
of social niceties have changed. I hope they don't offend you. I'm very sorry if they have.
Oh, no. I have had many children. I understand what it is to be a mother. I will excuse these little children.
Boulder walks forwards, looks at the tattoos, and inspects them a little bit more from a distance, not being
Yeah.
intrusive.
No, I should say as well, I
But
should remind
yeah.
for those of you who don't remember, she has very similar tattoos to Boulder. Not exactly the same, but these very intricate tribal tattoos. But rather than being blocked out in this dark red ink that Boulder has, these are not filled in. So they're outline tattoos with these intricate sort of swirling patterns in the middle of them in blue ink. Sort of wave-like patterns and almost like fish gills on her neck. Almost like webbing between her fingers. Very ocean-style tattoos. And yeah, Boulder, as you have a bit of a look, she sort of notices you looking and goes,
I see that the art of tattoos has not gone. That is good. That is good.
I want to know how you have chosen your tattoos.
I have paid for them. Sometimes in blood.
Is that why? Is that why they're red?
No, it is your tattoos that are red. Mine are blue.
Blue, yes, of course.
Not to say that
Well,
some
I
bloods
look
cannot
for-
be blue.
It's not always humanoid blood. Do you have anything which resembles anything of the beast? And then he turns to then show the most
Ooh.
representative thing of the beast's background.
so yours is a bear, isn't it?
Bear, yeah, sorry.
Yes, yeah, your bear totem. Yeah. You turn around, across and sort of like pull up the section of your furs. Yeah, Boldor has this incredible tattoo of a bear on his back. Very stylized, very organic, sort of flowing motions in the ink. It is beautiful beyond all measure. This would have taken hours and hours to tattoo on his skin. And Goliath's skin is thick. This would have been agony to tattoo on. She sort of looks and goes,
Ah, yes, I too have a tattoo of an animal.
she pulls up a section of furs on her leg and you see a giant octopus curled around one of her legs. The tentacles wrapping around her foot.
It's so
Oh,
random.
wow.
Really cool.
That
I
would
sort of
have
pipe
been
in.
painful.
Boulder, just quickly, do you have a name for your tattoos? Like every single one? Or is that just the beast? Is there other tattoos that are something else?
it is collectively, it is the beast, because I live that life. I'm strong and represent the beast. We can dive into the different sections and understand the intricacies later if you'd like. But it is cumulatively the beast.
Yeah, Goliath culture is a little bit similar to the Maloran orcs, the ocean orcs, where the tattoos are very symbolic, but rather than being tattoos of the story of their life, the Goliaths tattoo representations of animals and spirits that they connect with that give them strength and give them power. So the fact that Boldor has a bear means that he takes his power from the spirit of the bear, or the totem of the bear.
I just sort of nod. It seems a little like, for someone who grew up in the city, someone calling his tattoos collectively the beast is a little cringy, so I'm just sort of gonna nod and be like, yeah, that's cool, man.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Is that
He
considered
probably
sort
doesn't
of
notice the
bogan?
judgment.
Or is it more
Insight
hipster?
check
Which
if
way
you
does
want.
it go?
I don't know.
It's a fine line sometimes on either end of the spectrum. Sometimes it loops back around to the other side.
You can do an insight check if you want.
So
I'm probably just gonna.
are we done comparing body art? I mean, we've got a ice cave here and dragons are about.
Yes.
Are
if
you
we need
here
some more,
to-
I have a sculpture in my chest, but I don't know if that counts.
Lockie's got a tattoo.
No, I have a sculpture in my chest.
No, the room. It's like a tattoo.
Are you here to investigate ice tunnels? Well, what has brought you all here? This place is not safe for travel.
Oh yeah, I know. I've got a map and I found this section and I marked danger right across it. And it's actually like right across where we're going, but it is also the fastest way to travel. I mean,
Wait, hold on. No maps.
Yeah.
I got a
Shana's holding up a map of the ice tunnels in front of you.
I think it's important to note that Yervith's eyes are darting furiously at every other single member of the party. Like, what the fuck do we do? Like,
Well, the thing is, this is completely normal. This is what happens in all the time. Just like some random person.
Admittedly,
Oh,
not
it's
used to someone getting frozen for
This is
100 to 300 years and just coming out of it all good.
yeah, like this is like a normal, like, oh yeah, it's just came out of this block and it's potentially hundreds of thousands of years, well, thousands of years old.
it's exactly what happened to Lyra.
Yeah, but you were trapped in a gem. You weren't frozen alive, or
That's where he draws the
Whatever.
line. If it's ice, it's not
There's a
safe.
difference.
Gemstone's fine.
I don't know.
Nothing for ice.
It's just.
It's crystal, but it's not the same crystal, alright? It's water crystal, not safe. It seems arbitrary.
Sus.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yervith really wants to talk and be like, what are we doing? Like, this is ridiculous. But
Say
he
that.
can't. He's all. But Yervith also is looking at Alarian, and Alarian's like probably just like, nah. I'm just like biting my tongue, just real like fidgety, I guess. Like wanted to say something, but looking at Alarian and being like,
I was just gonna quickly whisper to Yervith. Are you okay? I was just stopping you before from talking before, just so we wouldn't get in trouble. But what is on your mind? You seem very fidgety.
oh, I mean, you know, I don't trust this woman. I don't trust her at all.
Yes, she does give me some creepy vibes, but she's, I guess, for the most part, she's been but kind. So we'll keep seeing what happens. Just be careful. Keep a hand on that hilt as I point towards his glass sword.
All right.
But Ali, you were going to say something.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Liz, do you know your way through these ice caverns? Do you think they may have changed much since you were last down here?
Oh, I would imagine they have changed rather significantly. There were no caverns here when I was last here.
Wow,
How
fair amount of
extensive do
time.
these caverns look?
You just see a hole heading down into the darkness.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry.
How long ago was that?
Oh, it was some time.
Before the ruin, Mira.
Oh, dear.
She's-
Oh, she is
She's
smart.
possibly older than I am. And that's saying something.
I just sort of. And actually, I don't say nothing. That's just as like alarm bells there.
Yeah, I stifled the most like sarcastic, like the most like the laugh is just it's just like it's like a nervous laugh.
She immediately sort of head like flicks over and starts looking towards you, and very bird-like movements in the way she moves. Yeah, she sort of like leans a little bit closer.
Was it 180 move with her head?
No. Just this, no, just very bird-like. Sort of like very bird-like, this sort of like suddenly like clicking and looking over, and she sort of moves a bit towards you. Everything goes, ha. Did I miss a joke?
No, not at all. It's just not every day you meet someone from hundreds of years ago. You know, it's quite uncommon.
She looks back towards you, Shana.
You've got 2 right here. 3.
3, yeah.
I must say it is uncommon, considering
50% of the party.
Look at it.
Ignore them, Lise. They're being silly. They did the exact same thing when I transformed as well. So, you must forgive them for being quite jumpy. They've had some quite awful experiences in their very short lives already.
There is nothing to forgive. Now tell me, we have found your friends? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Shana just keeps like throwing shade at us.
I know, right?
I'm just gonna say to Yervith, just because she was trapped in a gem for like 500 years does not mean she's lived a longer life than we. She didn't even live.
That's a good point, actually.
Shana was,
I didn't say that. I just
that's fair.
I just whispered it to Yervith.
Yeah.
She had a full life before she even met up with Lyra.
That's
right. Lyra. Yeah. That's right.
Lyra.
I mean, I am an elf. I have lived probably longer than her, but we would go.
And your time in the jungle felt like hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Wait, I said whisper to Yervith, how old are you?
That's a good question.
Up to you.
800 years old.
You see, Yervith kind of like thinks for a bit, and he's like, I couldn't really tell you how old I am. Maybe 100, 200.
Would you say that the years have just sort of grown into one long expanse of time? As literally the clock.
My memory isn't as good as it used to be.
It's every 15 minutes. It's amazing. How you guys have not been driven insane.
That'd be really amazing. Cool. I would love it like the first couple times, but like every 15 minutes or so. Ugh.
Look, Alarian, I mean, I had some hard times on the streets.
Yes.
Knocked out and all sorts of manner of things that I'd rather not go into right now. But
get knocked down, but then you got up again. Nice.
They're never going to keep you down.
You can never keep me down. But I'll just say my memory isn't as good as
quite well. Well, yes. Yes. At least I know that one person doesn't completely trust this woman. Do you remember my the clue I found about hags and such?
Yes.
As you say the word hag,
I'm whispering it. Please.
Jared.
Oh God! Oh no!
Her head.
Oh no!
Oh no!
What did you say? You said a word. What was that word?
Yes, I think I said haggis.
Make me a deception check.
Could I put an insight check? The weirdness coming out of this lady.
I'm gonna.
Can I nod like curiously, like to give him the help? Actually?
Yeah, but it's not. No, that's not helping. That's not helping. It's not helping.
Not aggressively.
It was haggis.
It was haggis.
18.
Only my friend.
Haggis
Oh my goodness! I've just seen the chat for the first time. Fucking hell.
A delightful delicacy.
Oh wait, have you seen how freaked out we are?
Just reading the whole thing. Yeah, this is great. You know as a DM you've made a good character, a good NPC when the party are literally shitting themselves in the background. It's great. Oh man, I did not. This was just a. No, it's great. This is good. It's good.
I don't even know if haggis even exists in your world.
No, it doesn't. That's why.
It's just like.
It's fucking foul. Haggis shouldn't exist in our world.
And yet it does.
And yet it does. That's true. Well, the Scottish
Even better
also
that I
exist
just-
in our world. Yet luckily,
Apparently I just made
I'm
up a
kidding.
word, so-
Yeah, no. She goes,
This is a made-up word.
Haggis. Haggis.
Yes, haggis. Haggis.
Hag is. Who is hag?
No. I did not say that. I said haggis.
Hag is what?
I guess.
It's in like there's two G's, and it's more. It is just sort of something that on the streets and where I grew up. That was just sort of a thing, a game we played. I was just telling Yervith the rules.
What now?
She looks away from you.
I sort of look at Yervith and I just have cold sweat, and I just sort of brush it off my like.
It freezes. The sweat literally freezes, and you're like wiping icicles off your forehead.
My mouth is like slightly dropped, like
Yervith, maybe we should just. I just sort of give him like the silence finger. We'll be draw enough attention.
Yep.
Let's see how everything
okay.
else unfolds.
She turns back
KayCee.
towards you, Shana. Oh, sorry. No. Go.
KayCee would step over to Mira and say, "Perhaps I was mistaken in suggesting full membership status for some of these members. My apologies."
You know, KayCee, you are very observant. I'm very glad you've been keeping tabs on everybody. I feel like you're very impartial.
Yes, I shall be presenting my full report post haste.
Oh man,
Now
She's
KayCee's
gonna write
close
Starts
to
me.
me.
printing out.
Can I
Yeah.
Can I see if I can figure out what makes him tick?
actually
Yeah. I'd say investigation or insight, and depending on which one you pick, I'll tell you different information. Investigation for
investigation.
how he ticks, insight for how he
Yeah,
ticks.
How it works. 25.
25. And was that investigation? Sorry, yes, that was investigation. Yeah. So KayCee is not cogs, gears, or anything like that. KayCee looks to be very much enchanted and animated wood and metal. Well, KayCee, do you want to describe your Warforged a little bit to Lockie? Like what sort of composes him, what he's made up of?
From the outside, it pretty much just looks like a suit of armor that, or any holes where you would sort of see someone behind there is more just layers of metal. Obviously on quite a high one, you'd be able to see that there are fragments of wood there that are living and not, that allow some of these movements to happen. And like there's eye slits that light up, but then there's no movement. So it's very plain face beyond eyes that light up. And you can also see that on the left arm, you can see the shield is molded to the arm. And you probably noticed the other arm, the longsword came out of, but also retracted into.
Sweet.
Very, very typical modern Warforged. Your estimate, Lockie, is that KayCee would maybe be a maximum of 100 years old. Maximum. No more than that.
Fantastic. We run on metal and magic, I believe.
I do not know.
You do not know how you were constructed?
Negative. My constructor constructed us to guard and heal, but I don't remember what or where or when.
You have a block in your memory, or it's completely missing?
Memory purged.
Wow.
Now that is fascinating.
Error 404, file not found.
Redacted.
Amazing.
So mine is stored in a subatomic series of cogs and wheels. So their structure is the memory of my past.
Your cogs are memory?
Yeah, KayCee, you've never seen a Clockwork Warforged before. He's Clockwork.
Yeah. So he's mostly the outer would seem like slightly newer, and it's constructed, looks like would be a large armored cuirass over. What would then be underneath would be older, sort of not rusty, but like sort of age-worn gears and cogs, and they're all. And his entire being is completely mechanical. So he ends up a living entity through the intricate series of the way the cogs would sit and rotate and where they're positioned forms his personality.
All you can get from KayCee's quote-unquote facial expressions are a slight tilt of the head and the lights just dulling a little bit out of pure confusion. And KayCee will go to start to remove the arm that has the sword and say, "Would you care for this weapon?"
Oh, I have one of my own. And from the on the back of his shoulder blade, there's a rod that comes down, and you see the clockwork starts to tick, and the rod flicks up, and then he pulls it out, and it's a mace. It's a mace made of 2 interconnecting cogs with small nozzles around the outside. I have one of my own, but I thank you for your kindness.
If you care for an obvious upgrade.
Wow.
There we go.
Well, I think I would prefer to stick with what's tried and true rather than what's new and
Oh, it's old school versus new school. Apple
KayCee's
versus
making
Windows.
Excellent. Tried and tested is proven and known.
I love all this talking, but should we go?
Shana, as this is going on, they're having this conversation. Liz sort of turns to you and goes,
I have helped you find your friends. They are looking safe and sound. Now you will help me find my family?
Yeah, sure. So do you know where they were? They wouldn't have been far from here, surely.
No, I think if we look along the sea ice, we should be able to find them still frozen.
Well, this cavern actually goes right along the sea ice, so statistically speaking, given the number of years you've been frozen, they would be further down, correct?
No, I think we should stick to the sea ice where we can see.
bit of a dark expression crosses her face.
Can I do an insight check? Or
Oh, now you want to do an
can't?
insight check. Yeah, now you can do an insight check. yeah. Of course you can. Of course you can.
It's
You're way
it's
too
definitely my
invited.
specialty.
11. She just seems anxious to get back with her family.
Oh, I understand that. I was the exact same way. I still really want to find Lyra. Do you know, like, approximately how long of a travel across the sea ice you'd be expecting?
It depends how far apart they have drifted. I don't think it will take us much more than a few heartbeats.
How long's a heartbeat? Mine hasn't really been normal.
Really long silence.
That sketch, Yervith is going to be like, oh, that's...
KayCee's actually going to step forward and say, medically, that is not the ideal heart rate. Do you mind if I inspect to assure peak performance?
Oh god.
You can have a closer look, yes.
And KayCee will step up and do a medicine check.
Oh, yeah, baby. Wish you can.
Yeah, boy.
23.
Nice.
KayCee.
Damn, dude.
KayCee, as you begin to examine her,
So before you say anything,
Yes,
KayCee won't process internally.
Okay.
KayCee will just process externally.
Okay, good to know. In that case, I'll say this as your subconscious then, shall I?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, great. Female, approximately 24 years old. Seems to be somewhat cold to the touch. Heartbeat horrendously irregular. Breathing rate non-existent. This woman is dead, as you pointed out.
Oh, no.
My eyes roll.
KayCee, more for you.
But he only knows this though, right? Only
Her-
KayCee knows this?
Yeah, no, KayCee says this out loud. That was KayCee's speaking out loud. She,
Internal monologue.
yeah, her heartbeat is so slow. Maybe like 2 beats a minute. Maybe. Her breathing rate, the whole time you were listening, she didn't take a breath in or out. The whole time. That's why logically the first thing that you would jump to is she must be dead. But she's cold to the touch. but she's definitely not an undead.
Oh.
To your medicine check, she is not a reanimated corpse. This is a living body. How it is living makes no sense to you. But yeah, it's like she dead, but also not an undead. Yeah. And her eyes, as you have a really close look into her eyes, I would say with a 23 KayCee, you see something older, something a lot more haggard. For a moment, you catch a glimpse of her hair, dark black hair sort of turning into this sort of dark seaweed green, claws sort of emerging from her fingers. As you look into her eyes, you see the dark depths of the ocean crushing down. And then as she blinks and you look again, they're just normal green-blue eyes again. But for a moment, you get this weird feeling that you're looking at something else.
KayCee will step back and say, my systems appear to be malfunctioning. I shall self-diagnose. One moment.
This isn't working, is it? I thought I had you. I had you.
She points at you, Shana.
I had you so convinced. But the rest of you, you laughing man, you never really trusted. Well, it is such a shame. Willing meat is that much more succulent. But I will take the meal that I can get. If you fight, it will only be harder for you.
If you're hungry.
I like the idea of like as you're pointing behind you, Yervith's hiding behind you. As you've got
I do have a lot of pastries in this bag.
He does have a lot of pastries in the bag.
All we need to do is add a bit of water, just to... They're gone a little bit, and I grab one out and I just sort of smack it on the ice, and it doesn't
Oh,
budge.
the meat dehydrated.
Oh, dehydrated
Yes,
too.
just needs to be hydrated and ready to go.
Hang on a minute. Who's been writing shit on my boat? Needs reinforcement. GUA mounted. What is
Gun.
Gun
Oh,
mount.
you do.
Gun mounted?
Making some notes.
I'm deleting these. They're gone. No, I'll leave it. It's too funny. Alrighty. I will bring us across to a Batali map because I think we're gonna need it.
Oh my god.
What do you mean? Why would we need a
don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
so confusing. Huh?
Like, Yervith is like thinking to himself, like, when was the last time I spoke to an ancient creature? So I mean, Shada is pretty ancient. She's fine. And Didaris. Oh yeah. Sar 50-50.
Oh yeah, no good.
It's like
She sort of had me then when she started talking about
a
living
bit
meat is
intense.
the best succulent or something.
Oh, that's when it clicked for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, really?
No, I know this. Why is she's right next to you?
Well,
We'll do that one. Sorry, no, she should be there. So yeah, I brought everybody across to a battle map. Not because we're in a battle, but just because I think it'd be easy to visualize. As you guys are sort of going on about this random bullshit, like, oh, we've got rations, and oh, I've got some dried pastries. Eat up. You watch as she literally just raises a hand up, clicks her fingers. From the ice walls around you and emerging from the sea, you see clawed green hands pushing up from the dark ocean below as these fish-like creatures emerge from the dark waters.
I give Shana the biggest deadpan look, and I'm like, oh look, it's her family. Yeah, we found them.
Yes. My family, they are so hungry. It has been a
probably
while
be up
since
back
we were
talking
able
together.
to catch one of those silly men in robes. Oh, yeah. Nobody comes to make deals anymore. I have been so hungry. Oh well, we shall feast on you. Well, not the metal ones. I shall send them down to the deeps. But the rest of you, I shall enjoy consuming you.
And that will definitely be initiative, everybody.
I do want to ask her a question, though.
Yes, you can ask her a question. Of course you can.
Were you... So when you were in the ice, were you actually immobilized? Like, were you just slumbering? As
you ask her that.
Oh no, I have only been there for 3 days.
Can I do
Huh.
Flash of Genius on my initiative?
Can you? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that question.
Let's have a look at features and traits. Never done this before, but I got such a low one. I want to go higher.
I think you can, because I think initiative
I can,
counts
yeah.
as because it's like scales of dexterity. It's like,
Ability check or saving throw. Is the initiative ability check?
Well, initiative, it makes sense because my Jack of all trades applies
Let's
to
have a
my
look.
initiative roll.
oh, that makes sense then.
I think it is because
Flash of Genius
it goes off
initiative.
ability being
I think
dex.
initiative is an ability check, so I think that's...
So it's, you're using a reaction to do it. So the question is, can you take a reaction when doing an initiative?
Oh yeah.
That's a good point.
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah,
quickly
you
checking.
can.
So
So,
So we're out of combat.
yes, as long as you are
You
not
take
surprised, you may use your reaction at this point to use Flash of Genius. Yeah, that's been confirmed in an errata. So as long as you're not surprised, you can.
Alright, sweet. I will do that then and add fortune.
are you surprised though by this turn of events?
No, not really.
No, I don't think
has.
anyone's surprised by this turn of events.
Not surprised.
Oh, shut up!
Oh, shut up.
Oh,
So that's,
shut up.
that's 7 instead of 3. So.
Alrighty. So is everyone's initiative on there? Let me know if it's not, because I will update it right now.
I'm not.
You're not. What was
I'm
yours?
missing.
Excuse me.
14.
14.
I'm not on the tracker on the turn
KayCee
order.
is also 19, but he's at the bottom.
I'll run these in a second. I'll update them for. There we go. That should be. Oh no. There we go. Oh man, there's so many of you. And then I've just got to quickly finish off. There's a couple more things I need to do initiative for.
Yep. That's okay. I'm being familiar with my spells. It's been a while.
Could you put mine up to 7 there?
Put yours up to 17.
7.
Oh fuck me,
Oh, you got a
Lockie.
3.
Really?
Yes, I rolled a 3. Well, actually, I rolled a 2.
Actually, that 7's way better because it's now equal and even above some of the other guys.
Okay, I'll put her name up as well. For those of you who might remember your talk with the Lycan who was in wolf form, who had been cursed by the Sea Mother.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's surprised this is the Sea Mother. Alrighty, so first up in an initiative turn is KayCee. KayCee, you're up first. As she basically says, like,
I will send the metal people down to the bottom, but the rest of you, I shall consume slowly.
KayCee will start by emboldening bond. As an
Okay.
action, you can choose up to 4 willing creatures within 30 feet of you, creating a magical bond for 10 minutes. While any bonded creature is within 30 feet of another, once per turn, they can roll a d4 and add it to an attack roll, ability check, or a saving throw.
it's like a better bardic inspiration.
Yeah, just like most things KayCee does.
Isn't that just bless? But like,
It is, yeah, it's just bless. I was just flexing on the bard. Yeah, absolutely. So, oh yeah, perfect. You chuck that in. So, who would you like to select for your emboldening bond? I think you
KayCee
can
will
select
probably do it
yourself.
on the 4 people that they have met, not the 2 people who just turned up. So,
Okay, gotcha.
Shana,
That makes
Boulder,
sense.
Hilarion, and Yervith.
No, that makes sense. I'll quickly put a little marker down so that we remember that. Sorry, my roll 20 is just being very slow at the moment. But I'll put a little marker on it in a second. So that's easy enough to do. So that's an action, I believe. Piece to main feature. Yep, that's an action. And your bonus action?
I don't really have anything for bonus action.
I gave my guy like a shouting icon.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
So KayCee will just step up to be up with old mate who we've just met.
Yep, absolutely.
No, that's it.
Alrighty. Next up in the initiative turn is Mira.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like, this is bad. Okay. She rolled up her sleeve. She'll just turn to one side, and with her red side will flash, and her eye will flash, and she's going to create a wall of fire across the whole thing. It's up
Oh
to
god,
60.
amazing. Okay, yeah, absolutely. I'll just draw it in red. So where did you want to draw it across?
so I think it should be able to get everybody if I just go across like that, and get her in there. Like
Okay. Yeah. So like. Oh, that's not right. We want to draw a line, don't we? I'll just freehand it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So just like this. Okay.
Polygonal line. I should be
That's
able to do
5,
it. Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Did you
40,
want the sea
45
hag
feet.
to get hit?
Sorry.
Do you want to get the sea hag in that?
Yeah, I'll send like on her and then just like across like that. Yeah.
Perfect.
And I think
If
that
she's
should be.
within 5 feet, she should be.
Yeah.
I have to nominate which side of the wall it's going to be the damage, and I want her to be.
Phew. All right.
Yeah.
You want her to be immersed in the damage. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's amazing. So does they take the damage straight away? Remind me.
So create a wall of fire. When it appears, each
entering-
creature in its area makes a dexterity saving throw on that side of the wall. And you'll take 5d8 fire damage or half as much. It'll be all creatures within 10 feet of the wall.
Okay, so
Wait a
in that
sec.
case,
That
So
actually
n-
might get KC.
yeah, that's going to get
It's
KC.
one side of the wall.
Oh, I see, one-sided. That's right. It's one-sided.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So in that case, I'll give Shana the quick yelling symbol too. So in that case, it's the Sea Mother and 2 of the Sahagin which are in range for that effect, which will be
Boldor.
very
Nice.
nice.
Sahagin?
The Sahara.
Sahagin?
Sahagin. I'm gonna go with Sahagin. I think I
Sahagin
originally
sounds
said Sahagin, but I think I'm gonna go with Sahagin. So I better make some dex saves for the Sahagin. So I'll do the one at the top first. I'll go from the top down. So the first one is a 5. That's a fail.
17.
Next one is the Sea Hag. Oh, that is a 17. So the Sea Hag meets it, and the bottom one is
Just like half.
a 13. So the top one and the bottom one are gonna take full damage. So what was that damage? Sorry, it was
24 plus
24.
Plus 5.
29, yeah, absolutely. And did you want to use your amulet to change the value, to change the type of damage?
Ooh. No, it's definitely going to be fire. No, it's fire. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then I need to halve 29, so 28 down to, so that'll be 16.
They'll be
Cool.
resistant to fire.
Oh no, sorry, not 16, 14, sorry.
14.
So I had a moment there. I was rounding up. Perfect, yeah. So so Mira, as you conjure this energy, you watch as the iceberg you're on begins shaking ever so slightly as Mira just plunges her hand into the snow, clutching her amulet. There's a moment of silence before suddenly this steam begins rising up in a line along behind where the mother is. As she sort of stands there and looks down, she goes, "What is this? What are you trying to do?" And then suddenly, with this explosion, this wall of flame just bursts up from the ice, melting the snow instantly, causing the Sahagin at the edge here to shy back away as they are blasted with fire. This was bad. Yeah, this was very bad for them. Next up in the initiative turn. Oh no, sorry, Mira, that's your action. Did you want to do a bonus action and movement?
I'll just stand back, but I'll just say to everyone, you're safe on this side. Take positions. She'll just move back. She'll just like back away. Sorcerer's done. See you later.
No, absolutely. Next up in the initiative order is Jin.
I was gonna do hypnotic pattern, but I can
So
see that
the wall is opaque. You can kind of see through it.
I won't do it though, because if they take any damage, it just forces them out.
Yeah.
Well, is that 10 feet though? So what? So the sea hag got hit, and then this
2 of
guy
us.
and this
Yeah,
guy.
2 of the others got hit. Yeah.
Okay, I might just sit back. I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to cast. Yeah, I'm going to cast. Actually, yeah, that's good. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon behind the Sea Hag.
Yep.
As I sort of conjure with my hands and some movements and some other sort of things muttered under my breath. As
And what would
a
you like your
spectral sort
spiritual
of-
weapon? Sword?
Yeah, sword. It's like a spectral green sort of ethereal sword that
Yep.
forms behind her.
There you go, buddy. I'll give you control of that.
Cool. So I'm going to smack her with that.
Okay, you should have control of that sword.
So I think this might. Okay, so yeah, cool. That actually hits. So 17. Does that hit?
17, yes, does just hit. Yeah.
So she
Well, not
takes
just, but
11
does hit.
force damage from that.
11 force damage, yep.
And then I'm going to just use Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Eldritch Blaster.
27 hits, 10 force.
10 force.
And another beam. 23 hits, 7 force damage.
Yeah, I can add that on. Plus 17 force damage, 10 and 7. Yeah, as she begins taking these hits, you watch as this form that she's wearing begins being blasted off her. Underneath this humanoid appearance, sickly blue-green skin emerges as the humanoid skin she's wearing is being blasted off her, revealing this horrific-looking monstrosity, this pale, drowned woman-looking hag.
Ooh, nice.
Anything else on your turn, June?
That's my actions done.
Yep.
I'm just gonna move. So what I'll do is, how far away is she from me? 20 feet. I'm just gonna move back a little bit, maybe to about here.
Yeah.
So we're not all just bunched up.
No, fair enough.
Might even go there. Let's see. Cool. Awesome. I think that's it.
Yep, sounds good.
So I'll pass my turn.
Alrighty, next up in our initiative order, it is the Sea Mother, if I'm not mistaken, unfortunately. She's not happy about being hit by you, Jin. She's not happy about that at all. She's going to turn towards the lot of you. Actually, sorry, any humanoid that starts this turn within 30 feet and can see the hag's true form. Oh, you can't see it yet. No, sorry, you can't quite see it yet. So she is going to... yeah, you guys are nicely lined up there, quite nicely indeed. She holds out her hand, and you watch as this crackling energy begins forming in it. And she is going to cast Lightning Bolt right down the middle. So KayCee, Shana, Lockie, Yervith, and Jin. Just heads up, Jin, where you are there. That is in the water, just so you know.
Oh, wait. Oh, is it?
Yeah, just go one square onto the solid sea ice and you're sweet.
So you just put me where, because I wouldn't have went in the water. Just put me where, like there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I will just say I won't roll for it yet, but I'm going to use Absorb Elements.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so I'll do her lightning bolt.
I'm going to counterspell it.
Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. What level are you counterspelling?
I'm going to do 4.
4th level. She is casting it at a 4th level. So the question is, it's that time again. Yeah, I believe it does. The question is she that much of a dick to counterspell your counterspell? Because she does have counterspell as well.
Well, we have other
if the
people
spell
who
is a
can
4th
counterspell
level
her
or higher.
counterspell.
Oh yeah, if the spell is a 4th level or higher, make an ability check. No, so you have to make an ability check. So I would like you to make an ability check, please, Jin. DC is 10.
When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, the interrupted spell has no effect if its level is less than or equal to the level of the spell slot you use.
Oh, sorry, is equal to. Yeah, no, then it is equal. Yeah. So as you hold that up and cast it, you watch as the energy begins to dissipate. She is going to counterspell that. She's going to hold up and counterspell your counterspell.
Yes,
are you counterspelling
Mira.
her counterspell of a counterspell? What level are you counterspelling, Mira?
Let's go with 4.
4th level?
4. Just cancels it. Nice.
Yeah.
Overruled.
Overruled, exactly right. Yeah. You watch as it is basically blasted from her hand.
Just
she
a bit
is.
of the ice comes off the wall of fire and just knocks it away.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so as she goes to conjure this energy, Jin starts concentrating and sort of muttering this counterspell, which starts like acting against the lightning. She then holds out her other hand and begins muttering, trying to cancel his counterspell, as Mira just like summons some ice and hits her in the face with it, distracting her enough to make her drop the spell.
Could I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How does it work counterspelling something when you're already using a slot spell?
Because it's a reaction, so she's casting the spell, and then you can reaction counterspell. I know it is.
Right, I gotcha. So
you
just because
can.
you haven't done the spell yet.
Exactly. Yeah, she's going to cast the spell. You then counterspelled her as she was casting the spell using your reaction, so then she uses her reaction to cancel your reaction, so she can still do her action. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, everybody.
But then
Now we have reactions.
we have a lot of counterspelling here too.
I won't use Absorb Elements.
No, that's fine.
That's
fine. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, you watch as she, not being super happy with this and about this, sort of screams this sort of low guttural under her breath, and you watch as she drops into the ice. KayCee, you do get an opportunity attack as she just drops through the ice.
Why is
no.
it a thing?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Gross.
Yeah.
I don't
I might
like
do
this.
I might do a quick as I'm doing my counter spell.
Yep.
Owen, is it okay if I just yell, everyone disperse? Don't create any
Sure.
lines.
Yeah, sure.
I know it's everyone's already knows to do that, but I'm sure my guards say that. Oh man.
There you go. So 20 to hit, and 3 points of slashing.
3 points of slashing damage. She will take that,
Nice.
and then you watch as she disappears.
Uh,
That's her full turn.
gross.
Yervith.
Yeah. I am pissed off that the sea hag has suddenly disappeared under the ocean. But I'm probably feeling like I'm a little close to these Sahyogans. I'm gonna start to book it backwards, probably, I wouldn't say 45 feet, which I can move. I'll probably move back to here, back in the corner here.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, fair enough.
And I guess noticing that the sea hag's kind of disappeared, I'm gonna just start shooting the Sahyogin to try to thin their number out a little bit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Who do you want to shoot at?
Probably the closest one, just the one I'm peeing.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
23's going to hit.
That's gonna be 9 damage.
9 damage, not too bad. Not too bad.
There's no sneak attack, it's not advantage. And
No.
there's someone there, so that's okay. I'll do another attack.
Yep. 24's going to hit. Roll me some damage. 6 damage, very nice.
And I'll do another hit.
Yep. 22's going to hit. I think you might be able to do this. Let's see.
Oh, nice. Go
Yeah,
back.
that's enough. Yeah, 8's enough.
Oh,
7's all you needed.
Cool. I was gonna
watch
do my
his,
extra D8 for my third attack, but
You already did it.
You watch as the Sahaugan, as you fire these 3 shots into this thing's head, it just drops and its body, limp and unmoving, falls down and cracks through the sea ice below, disappearing from view.
Yep.
Anything else in your turn, Yervith?
I am not enjoying the fact that there is like no cover here.
Yeah.
So I can't really hide. We're not lightly obscured at all by any of the ice or the snow or any of the.
There is
No.
a giant wall of fires, so they might not be.
True.
I don't know how that plays.
Not
into
so much. It is
perception,
see-through. If you're able to see through it to shoot them, they're able to see through it to shoot you.
That's fine. I will not like the fact that I'm so exposed, but I will just end my turn.
Indeed, you shall end your turn. Shana, you're up next.
So, just for clarification, so Sea Hag is under the ice, but we can't see her at all. Like, the ice is, like, opaque enough that she's invisible to us, essentially.
Yes, she is. Well, you can, if you want to make a perception check or an investigation and try and see through the ice, see where she's at, you can do that.
Can we tell how thick the ice is?
Probably.
A couple of meters. 11. Shana, as you sort of like scrabble and start pushing the snow aside, looking below, yeah, you can't see anything through the ice. It's just darkness below you.
Well, in that case, she just shouts loudly enough, hoping that the Sea Hag can hear her. And she's like, "You asshole, I helped you out of that ice, and this is how you treat people that helped you? You will die alone, woman." And
Okay,
and
all right.
with that, Shauna is mad.
All right.
And so with that, she's going to cast Fireball. Oh wait, no, it's not 30 feet, it's only 20 feet. No, damn it.
Damn, dude!
It's 25 feet, no! Okay, quick change of plans because I've now realized that
You're
it's
gonna
not
hit
30
like
feet.
2 of them.
Yeah. Quick change of plans. I'm going to... Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Nah, she's still gonna do it. She's gonna...
By the way,
Nah, new plan. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Tell us your plan.
oh,
Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were gonna say something.
No. Go.
So because Shana is technically evil, her spirit guardians have to do the fiendish necrotic form, which would suck because Radiant at this time would be kind of awesome. But she casts a 3rd level Spirit Guardians at a 15-foot radius around her.
Amazing.
And anyone else around her.
Okay.
See if I can cast it to VT2. There we are.
It should be castable.
And so they look to her, these little fiends that are now flitting around her. In her image, or in her mind, she sees them as little clones of the dreaming darkness, just pure black energy flitting around.
Sort of like moving almost like the Obscurial from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Fantastic Beasts, this sort of like shadow-like entity sort of moving around quite chaotically. So on a failed save, so every creature that starts its turn, can we put a little aura around you, Shana? Because it's a 30 feet aura, correct?
15. I can just add that in, I think.
15. I can chuck that in as well, that's fine.
It's
15,
really
circle, and we'll make sure everyone can see it. There you go. So can everyone see the aura?
Tough.
Yes, good.
Yeah. And then she moves to try and break line, but keep as many people around her as possible to potentially protect them.
Yeah.
I think she's going to move that way, I'd say.
Yep.
Just to get
absolutely.
closer to the enemies.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
No bonus action for me.
Nope, that's all good. Next up are some of the Sahaugen. So first up, it's the ones that were attacked by Yervith first. So only one of them is going to get to go to begin with. He is going to pull out some spears and begin throwing spears through the wall of fire at you guys. So the first targets are going to be the spellcasters. So checking 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, so he can only reach if he moves up a little bit closer. He doesn't want to get closer to fire. So he's actually going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, skirting around the wall of fire before he then throws the spear at Shana. Now, I think he's just in range 5, 10, 15, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Not quite, so he's going to be rolling with disadvantage for this. Let's have a quick look for range. Oh, no, sorry, 60 feet. Oh, no, range 20, 60. Yeah, so you can throw it, but it's going to be at disadvantage. So let's see if you can throw this at you. Shana, does a 16 hit?
Nope.
You watch as the spear, this trident-shaped spear, just right into the ice and doesn't get anywhere near you. The next one, I think he's then going to... You watch as he pulls out a conch and begins blowing on the conch. And that's all he does. The other one's dead, so we'll move to the next group of Sahaugen. Next up is the Priestess. Good. The Priestess is not happy with what you guys are doing. Mira. Could you please make me a dexterity saving throw as you watch as this blast of dark radiant energy emerges from the dark black sea below you and begins assaulting you.
That is 21.
21's a pass. You're only going to take half damage from this.
No.
That is a total of... so halved, that would be 11 damage.
11? Okay, I'll concentration.
Yes, please. I think you'll be okay. I believe in you. I believe in you. If you can roll above 11 on a concentration, you'll be sweet.
Surely. She said as she rolls a... Nope. Not rolling.
No, I can't see
Someone
it.
roll. 6.
Oh
Oh, we jinxed you.
No!
You watched as the wall of fire
Wall of fire's gone.
dissipates and disappears. I'm sorry about that, Mira.
Shit.
That sucks. The Sahaugen who cast that then moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then this one moves 5, 10, 15 right up to you, Boulder, and just charges you. Boulder, this is going to start attacking you. As it pulls out its blade, you can see that it's this beautiful carved, almost like a scimitar into the shape of a wave. And it spins around and begins attacking you with this blade as it does 3 slashes across you. 18, does that hit? Oh, you're muted, Tom, I can't hear.
It definitely hits.
Definitely hits. And then I'm guessing a 24 hits 17.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry, mate. This is so bad. So 11
bag
slashing
right
damage
here.
for the first one, 14 for the second hit, and 10 for the last one.
Oh.
They're all
35.
hard because of the what do I have in background? But it was 11, 10, and 14, right?
11, 10, 14. 11, 14, 10 in that order.
Yeah. Yep. Fair call.
Woof. Sorry, mate. Next up is Lockie Hobbs.
Alrighty. Well, seeing the front line crumbling just a little,
Yep.
what he's going to do is he's going to go to protect his caster. And so he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and bring himself into range with this one. So as he's running, his cogs will wind up and do that, like a little bit of energy, and he's going to give himself, as a bonus action, he's going to give himself an extra 9 hit points.
Yep.
From, where is it? Oh, I know it's there. So I've got 9 there. And then he's from the back, his mate is going to, and he's going to pull it out. And, should I do 2 hits? Nah, I think I'm just going to Grim for the Blood.
Going for the blood? Yep, absolutely.
Grim for the Blood.
Yeah, just smash it down. Why not, hey?
Yeah. All right, so let's do an attack with right. Yeah.
I believe. In a thing
I
called
believe.
love.
A bit of love, but it's only a 13.
Oh, 13's not enough, Lockie.
Flash of Genius.
That's right. I can't flash a genius that.
Oh, no, it's not.
It's an attack.
No.
It's like his ability check or saving throw.
Yeah, so no.
All right, well I'm gonna miss that one, but that's all right because he's gonna pull his shield up and intercede between the creature and Mira.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it. Next up in the initiative order, if that's everything, Lockie.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Next up are the last group of Sahaugen. This Sahaugen here is going to pull out a massive, wicked-looking crossbow and is going to take some shots. He is going to aim for... I'm going to roll for this one. Shana and Jin are going to take shots from this as he makes 2 attacks with his large crossbow. And that's the sound of the hit dice.
Oh no.
Shana, oh no, 21. I'm guessing that hits you.
Shield.
Shield, yep. Use your reaction. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, use your reaction to cast shield. Absolutely. So that takes you up to, what's your total armor class now? Just so I know.
18 plus 5.
23.
So...
Beautiful. So you're fine. And Jin, does a 19 hit you?
It does.
Okay. Let me roll some damagios. Oh, 12 piercing damage as this large, wicked-looking barbed crossbow spears into your chest. Jin, I'm gonna need
through my
a
temp.
Constitution saving throw as well. Unfortunately, these things are poisoned.
Oof.
Sorry. 25.
That's a crit.
Yeah, 25.
Wow.
You as this bolt sort of comes in at the last second, you like rip it out just before you begin to sort of feel the action of this poison taking effect. For a crit 25, no effect. Poison does not affect you. The next Sahaugen is the one here. He's going to also make some shots. He's going to make a shot against, that's one for KayCee, and that's one for Mira. Okay, so KayCee does a, does a 22 hit? What's your armor class?
Just
21.
Alrighty, KayCee, you're going to take 13 points of piercing damage. And are you immune to poison as a Warforged? I think you
I have
are.
resistance. to poison,
Resistance, okay. So can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
But I'd rather not.
But
So I
that
have
also-
advantage against being poisoned.
Yes.
as
So you
well.
have advantage on the roll. 12, not so good. 21's much better. You're only going to take half damage from this. That's only going to be 6 points of poison damage.
So it'd be half of that.
Half
because of
again,
resistance,
because you're
so
resistant.
3.
3 points of poison damage. Yeah, it's not that bad. Mira, does a 16 hit you?
No, doesn't.
Nice. Mira, you just
Tough.
move out of the way just in time as this arrow flies next to you. KayCee, you're up next, buddy.
Can we see the sea hag?
Would you like to
Not
try and
really.
investigate and peer through the ice to spot where she's at?
No, I don't want to. KayCee's gonna look around and see that a couple of their friends are already engaged. So we will cast Hold Person at 4th level to try and hold those 3 that aren't engaged in one-on-one combat.
Yeah, absolutely. So, they need to make a Wisdom saving throw, I believe, from memory.
Yes, against a DC 15.
Alrighty, and there's 3 total that you're capturing with this, is that right? No, 4, because you're targeting 1 additional humanoid. Oh no, each spell slot of 3rd level or higher. So you've done a 3rd level, you've done a 4th level, so you're targeting 3 total. Whole person, when you cast this spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, you can target 1 additional humanoid for each spell slot above 2nd level. But you're casting at 4th level, so that's 2 additional spells. Yeah, cool. So 3 total. And they have to be within 30 feet. Yep, they are, absolutely. I'll make some Wisdom saving throws.
Oh, sorry, I meant to cast that at 4th level.
That's what you said? That's right. No, that's right.
Yeah,
so you
but
get 3.
I pushed the wrong button.
Oh, I wasn't even looking at that. I'd move on to the next thing. We got a natural 1 from one of them, a 2 from the other, but a 17 from one of them, which is a pass.
So the 17 saves.
Yeah, so I'll mark off which ones they are just with a little paralyzed icon. I'll use some chains. How about that, hey? Use some chains. We'll get some nice chains on the move. Yeah, you watch as KayCee sort of holds out his hand and starts clutching. These spectral chains begin writhing up around their legs from the ice, holding them in place, binding them.
Sick.
And then KayCee's going to try and run at the one that is able to still move.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'll just quickly mark them off so you can see the chains. Actually, I'm going to use a net. Let's use a net icon, hey?
Yeah, good one.
So the one who can still move is the one that's actually engaged with Boldor. So the one closest to you.
Isn't there a... Sorry, I meant this
the one down here? Oh, then he's the one... Okay, in that case, then no, that's okay. Then he's the one who is not bound.
Great. And how far can we go? 5, 15, 20...
And then you have to jump that gap.
Well, that's it. That's the end of the movement.
Perfect, so that's all good then. Next up is Mira.
Alright. Mira, seeing that everyone's kind of spread out, she's actually going to hold an action when she sees the sea mother. She's going to cast slow.
Oh, very nice. Okay, good. In that case, Jin.
Okay. So if I do an ability check, like to perceive where the sea hag is,
You can add your 4 from the Bond of Strength. Is it KayCee? What's the name of your ability? Bond of
like best friends, emboldening bond.
Emboldening Bonds. That's it.
Oh yeah, I can. But like, I just want to know if I use it, will that take up any of my actions?
No, so those sort of sensory things in typical D&D, yes. One of my home rules is that anything sensory to try and see more of the environment, and talking, those are free actions. So you get 6 seconds of free action. So yeah, so
to 27.
Yeah, she's. I'll show you where she is.
431.
Yeah, easily you can see her underneath you. She's currently swimming. I'll just move her into position so you can see her. She's currently swimming underneath towards Mira.
Yeah. Did she start her turn at any point while she was like moving? Did she start her turn at any point within that 15-foot radius?
No, that was her. That was her previous movement, was to get to there. So you cast that spell after she's done it. I know. When that's why I wanted to see where that was, because I was like, oh shit, that might just hit her, but it didn't. Luckily, that's why I was immediately like, oh, I'm gonna get that aura out really quickly if that's okay. I'll just see where that's at. She'd already moved there.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna quickly shout to Mira. Mira, just watch to your right, and I sort of try and point towards the sea hag moving towards her. So how thick is this ice, Owen? Like
a couple of meters, like 3-4 meters in some places.
So I couldn't really get her, right?
But any spell where you can see her?
Oh, I got it. I've been thinking about it.
It doesn't have to be physical.
If it says a target you can see within range, you're sweet.
I was thinking of just blasting it. I don't really know if I have anything that could.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Okay, I know where she is. I'll leave that for now. I'm going to bonus action. My sword to here.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a bonus action attack.
Yep.
Where is that? Here it is. So 15, does that hit the
15 hits. Yep.
Sahagin?
15 hits.
That's 5 force damage.
5 force damage. Yep.
And then I'm going to hold... Can I hold my action even though I use my bonus?
No, you cannot. Because to hold is to hold the entire thing.
Okay. Well, then I'm just going to... How hurt does that Sahagin look?
Reasonably.
I'm just
A
going to smack him.
little scratch.
Smack him. Tis but a scratch.
23.
23 is going to hit.
So 10 force.
Yep, absolutely.
11, but I'm going to do a d4. 13, I take that
No,
misses.
13's not enough. Sorry.
Damn.
Okay.
But no, 1 got through, so 15 force damage.
Done. Alrighty. Next
Yeah,
up.
I'll leave that.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Next up in the initiative is Boulder.
Oh,
Got this one here that's
after
sliced
this-
into you.
Yeah, a bit of deception going on, and being stabbed is enraging for Boulder. So he has a bit of steam pop out his ears. He gets all mad and has the great axe.
You watch as, this vein pulses on Boulder's bald head as his muscles begin sort of tensing up, and with this sort of guttural cry, he launches himself at this Sahagin. Rolled a hit.
And
Let's
has
see
a-
some
has a
damages.
whack.
10's not quite enough. Sorry, but you can add a d4 to that because of the emboldening bond, which could just be enough.
let's,
If you get a 14, you're good.
Let's give that one.
Oh,
No,
12's
does
not
not
enough.
work. All right,
Sorry.
swing and a miss. He turns it around for the multi-attack and has another
Yep.
go.
Absolutely. 13, add a d4, add a d4, add a d4. You
D4.
still have the
Oh, yeah,
d4.
yeah.
You can still be okay, you can still be okay. You just need to get a 1 on the d4 to hit. Yeah, you hit. There you go.
Yeah.
12
Okay,
damages. Nicely done. And
Very
anything
good.
anything else on your turn, Boldor?
No bonus actions or anything. That's basically it.
Sweet as.
Yeah, that's it.
In that case, the Sea Mother pops up out of the ice right here. As she does so, Mira, she just literally blasts up out of the ice next to you. You cast slow. What do
Slow.
I need to roll?
Wisdom saving throw, DC 17, plus.
Wisdom saving throw.
Was
16.
Nope,
Pass or fail? She fails?
fail.
You watch as she is slow. Now, could you remind me really quickly? So that basically means that she can only take an action or a bonus action, not both. Her movement
So I'll
speed
put it
is
up there that
halved, and she can't take reactions.
The Sahagin with Boulder should also make it because it's within a 40-foot.
Oh, yeah. And you choose
Yeah.
who makes that as well, don't you?
Yeah.
The Sahagin. No, that's a fail for the Sahagin too. It's a 7.
So
Nice.
this is what happens. So -2 to AC and Dex saving throws. Can't use reactions. It can either use an action or
-2.
bonus action, not both.
Alrighty.
Can't take more than one melee or ranged attack.
You could
And
probably
it
hit like...
It doesn't happen over 11.
Yeah, 40-foot
Probably.
cube.
You could even hit that dude.
It's centered on the.
Yeah,
Oh,
you'd hit
wait.
that one. Yes, you would. I'll make a. Yep, absolutely you would.
Yep.
I'll make a
Oh,
roll.
yeah.
No,
It's
it fails
40
too.
feet, that's pretty big.
Fails too.
Huge. Yeah.
Fails
40
too.
foot cube.
There you go.
Yep.
All 3 fail.
All three.
All three
cannot
fail.
be-
Right, so-
Nice.
She is going to use as her action. She's getting pretty desperate. You watch as her eyes begin to turn black as this inky darkness fills them.
Shit.
As she casts Eye Bite.
Oh no!
Counterspell that.
You can certainly try. What level are you casting your
Okay,
counterspell at?
I don't even know what I...
It's only a 3. I don't
I-
have my 4 much as
Eyebite's pretty powerful.
That's nasty.
But you can then roll it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you roll.
I'm just gonna roll it. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, go for it.
Why not?
What do I roll?
So it's a spellcasting, so it's a, let me double check. I
I think
think
it's just a d20. I don't think there's anything else to add.
make an ability check using a spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's
Okay.
level. So yes, use your spellcasting ability.
So
You've got to
the
roll
other thing,
reasonably high for this, really.
the other thing is with slow is that if you read the last bit,
Oh, that's a
And you got a 4 as well? What the fuck?
Amazing. That's it. So the celebration, that's a natural 20 for a total of 24. That is enough to counterspell. The Sea Mother is
Nice.
enraged at this point. Oh yeah, I should have rolled a d20 to see if she could cast it. Thank you. 17. So she still would have been able to cast it, so that's fine.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fine.
Alright.
When you rolled the natural 20, I was like,
Ooh.
never mind.
Actually, I'd probably move also there, Owen.
Yeah. Fucking hell, brutal. That's all she can do. That's her full. She is enraged.
Nice.
She screams in slow motion. This. Yervith, my man.
It's encased in this very fine layer of ice. It's
Yes,
just all the
yeah,
movement
yeah.
is just like kind of just slowed like that.
Can you make me an intimidation check, please, Mira? You've done 2 pretty intense magical effects in the last 2 turns that have been a bit scary. I'd just like to get an intimidation check from you, please.
24.
Fuck. Cool. I'll take that into consideration. Yervith, you're up next.
So Yervith was probably clocked. His eyes were probably glancing at the Sekyugan that were sort of raining fire down. But as soon as this sea hag like emerges from the water, he just completely swivels and he's like, "Haha, got you now!" And he's gonna cast Hunter's Mark first action.
Yep, I'll mark that off.
Ah,
And then he will just start shooting at her. Oh, that's a 13. That's not probably going to hit.
Ooh, you have the +4.
Oh, yeah, I do have D4.
Yeah, and she's also got -2 to AC because of slow. I reckon you'll hit her.
Nice.
I reckon you'll hit her.
You got a
Let's see
+4
it.
too, though. So
Roll your +4 first. Oh, fuck.
15.
Yes, that hits.
Yes, nice.
Oh, man. This was supposed to be a bit harder than this. You guys are... I scaled this up for 7 people, but you've been throwing out some spells, and I've been unlucky with those dice. 7 damage, +2 for Hunter's Mark, plus sneak attack? No.
Nah,
I'm not gonna lie though, we have like a lot of counter spells.
Yeah.
yeah.
3 of us could do it.
And more importantly as well, you guys have rolled pretty well, I have to say.
Yeah.
Like, you have rolled really well. My monsters have not been rolling as well tonight. Natural 20 on that counterspell, that would have been really bad.
I'll have another shot because
Yeah, go on.
Why not?
So she was trying to basically tee up Death Glare, which is an ability where if she targets one frightened creature she can see within 30 feet. If the target can see the hag, it must succeed on a whiz save against this magic or drop to 0 hit points.
It's fucked up.
Death Glare's fucked.
That was the best spell I've ever cast in my life.
Yes, that was... Eye Bite would have been bad.
Yep.
Because she was going to pick, obviously, Panicked.
Yep.
Yeah. 17 to hit.
What was that? Sorry, 10 to hit? 17 to hit? 17's going to hit. Yep. Just roll me some damage. 12 plus 2 for Hunter's Mark, correct? So 14.
Yep.
Oh, fucking hell, Yervith. You've got one more attack, don't you?
I don't. No, I only had that in the first round.
Oh, that's right, because it's your Dread Ambusher. That's right. Oh, that could have been really bad for me. Shana.
All right. So Shana is going to first of all move.
Yep.
To
Yeah.
here, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
everyone is in that range.
Get the
And
Spirit
then
Guardians out.
Yep. Then she's gonna turn to the hag and just give her just this look that's somewhere between pity and just unfathomable rage.
Yep.
And so she is gonna Hexblade's Curse the Sea Hag.
Yep.
And so that's my bonus action. And then as my action, she's going to Eldritch Blast the Sea Hag.
Yep.
Twice because she's above level 5. So yeah. So 1. Oh fuck. Wait.
Natural 1 for a
I need to think
9.
about that. I am going to then use my favored by the gods
Yes.
to re-roll that.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, hey, no, that one. Fuck.
What's that done?
That was not what I intended. I was going to actually do the magical guidance.
That's okay.
Which is what I.
That's right. I know what you
Wait,
mean.
hold on. If you do Favored by the Gods, it's 6-9. That still probably hits.
No. So favored by the
Yeah.
gods. I think it lets you re-roll, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's a 2d4.
No. Favored by the gods is the one that lets me add a 2d4 to it.
Oh, that's right.
And you
I
still
did-
have a +4
I
too.
missed
Yeah.
the magical guidance, but I've already rolled
Yeah.
this, and so I'm going to use the
Yeah.
plus the 1d4 to see if I get
Yes,
lucky.
you could actually hit.
Yeah. Except that she did roll a natural 1, and normally a natural 1 is a crit fail. It's always going to miss, just so you know, before you start burning things on this. So I am happy for you to, because you meant to reroll Magical Guidance. So if you wanted to reroll Magical Guidance, happy for you to do that.
Please and thank you.
No, that's okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
That's a shame.
Oh, hold on.
It's a 2. 2 might be
That's
+.
plus-
So
Wait.
That's plus
So 2 plus 8 is 10.
Plus 8.
Plus
10
4.
Plus the, I'm
No.
gonna roll a 4.
Won't be
No,
enough.
still not.
So what are you going to do? Sorry.
Alright.
So you're going to...
Unless.
So 10,
Oh,
so
no,
10
I'm not-
total. Roll your 4. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. So you can make an
Yeah.
informed decision. So you're currently at 10.
1d4. Slash roll d4. Fuck's sake, what is it? Slash
Just use the dice icon on the left-hand side. Just click on the...
is it
Yeah.
dice icon?
Yeah, above the little question mark icon. Underneath
Oh,
the clock icon.
Is it question mark icon?
Over on the far
Oh,
left-hand
icon.
side.
Oh my god.
Top left. Yeah.
I'm very lost. Oh, there
Second
it is.
bottom.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, I use the advanced dice roller. It's much easier. 3. Okay, so you're at a total of 13 right now.
13.
Yes.
And they have negative AC.
And you know a 15 hit her previously.
Yeah. So because I didn't use the
Favor by the Gods. Can you use both of
can
them?
I use that now?
That's a good question. What does it say? I don't remember Favor by the Gods off
It's
the top
just
of my head.
once per short rest.
Then yes, you
doesn't have
can. So
any
you can
other
add the 6.
modifiers.
That hits. Roll me some damage.
Oh.
No, you use your
Yeah,
previous one.
okay.
Use your
Already
previous
rolled
one.
it.
Yeah, you've already rolled it. Use your previous.
All
That's going to
right,
hit.
And then I also have
Five
the
force
second
damage.
Eldritch Blaster cast as well.
Yep.
So
All of this just to avoid the natural 1. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Yep.
No, alright.
Yep.
23 is going to hit.
I did
9.
honestly forget that it was just a cantrip that had
Do
a
you
second
hex?
blast, but
Do your hex damage.
Hexblade's
and
curse as well.
plus the hex.
Oh, that's plus 2 or whatever it is.
Oh,
You're higher.
Okay, so what's our total
but-
damage after all that? So it's 5 plus 9 plus 2.
Plus
So
4
it's
bonus to damage rolls.
no plus 4.
Plus 4. So 5 plus 9 plus
So
4.
plus 4 is twice, I think.
It is.
Yeah.
It's on each.
so
It's on each beam.
Oh, yes, of course it is. So it's 5 plus
9
plus
plus
8. 22 damage. Shana, how do you want to do this?
Oh my god, the sea is dead.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
She is going to Kamehameha this lady, and she is aiming both of those Eldritch blasts right at her neck. She wants to disintegrate the lady's neck so that her head goes flying because Shana intends to bring it back to the werewolf in the pub.
Jesus. Okay, yeah. As you blast out this eldritch energy, you just disintegrate her body. The head sort of like cracks against the ice and rolls to a stop. At the sight of that, all the Sahaugen drop their weapons and turn to run. My question is, are we hunting these bad boys down and killing them? Boldor's in a rage. Boldor, as this one turns to run, would you like to roll me an attack of opportunity? Because I think you would take it.
Oh, absolutely. That's
Yeah,
exactly what he's doing.
I was going to
He's
say,
got
I'd be
sentinels
surprised.
As well, so
Yeah.
does damage, gets done.
Yes.
He's going down. Oh,
Yes, Shana?
oh.
It also started its turn within the
Oh, it makes a whiz
Okay.
save too. That's very true. Yeah. I'll make a whiz save really quickly. That's a fail too. I'll roll for the other one. That's also a fail. So 2d8, I think, from memory. 2d8 radiant damage.
Yep.
Do you want to roll that for me as well, really
necrotic.
quickly? Necrotic. Tom. Oh fuck yeah. So we'll do this.
27.
This goes off first. 10 damage. This goes off first.
Whoa.
2 ones for a total of 2. Do you know what though? Why are you rolling again? Oh, you're rolling
Is
for 2 of
it
them.
one each?
Yeah,
Isn't
no,
it
fair enough.
3d8?
No. It's 2d8. They're spiritual guardians, I'm pretty sure. Spirit guardians. Yeah, 2d8.
I only
Alright.
did it at 3rd level.
So the first one's only going to take 2, but the one that Tom's attacking already
Oh,
taken
right, it is
13.
3d8.
Oh, just read it. Add another
I
d8
thought
then.
so.
Slash roll 1d8 slash
7.
roll 1d8.
1. Oh my god.
More nuts.
I'm going to have it so the first one only took 3, so 1 damage 3 times. Boldor, the one that you're attacking, as it begins burning this dark energy from these spirit guardians, powering through it, turning its skin grey, you just chop its head off with the axe. Oh no, I should say, how do you want to do this? How do you want to do this? Because it is, you have exactly
He's
enough to
just,
take.
Oh no, you don't. He just right into the spine. He turns around. He's
shit.
like, I know exactly where that line is, and just sinks it in.
You've
Yeah.
done this before, haven't you?
Yeah, he's gutted
You
fish
know,
before.
you very well.
Yeah, it just carves through, and you watch as the Sir Haugen just drops to the ice motionless. Is everyone else...
Surprise.
Yes.
Sentinel means movement equals 0 after an opportunity attack, so yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Well, he's dead too, so I mean that's also
that's
preventing him from...
He's probably not going anywhere if he's dead.
on account of him being...
Mira will shoot off 2 firebolts. She's really annoyed.
Oh shit!
Like,
okay.
Oh yeah. Even if they're fleeing, even if it's their back.
No. In that case, we'll stay in the initiative because those two are the ones who went on that initiative order.
Well, I would like to note that the two in the back are paralyzed.
Yeah. So they need to re-roll, don't they, for hold person?
At the end of their turn.
End of each turn. Yeah, I'll make a whiz save to see if they get out of it.
Mira, what has happened?
And nope, neither of them get out. 13 and 12. This one here who's engaged. Oh no, it's Lockie before that one. Lockie, you're up first.
Yeah.
Before this KayCee. Before this last one near KayCee.
He's going to reach both hands out with spinning and lightning, grabbing 2 shocking blasts.
Oh my god. Yep. Go on. It's got a -2 to AC.
Yes. Right.
Just typing in chat. Our murder hobos in full force.
This happened when everyone murder hoboed 2 last time when I cast the that spell that put everyone to sleep. I was like
14 is enough.
Man,
Yep, they're both enough. Roll 2 sets of damage.
1 damage, a
6,
6 and a 9, 15.
Fucking hell, Lockie.
Yes.
Yep, that's the end of your turn. It's just that I tease you. Just that I tease you. Not quite enough, sorry. Anything else in your turn, Lockie?
Bonus action, I can't try and grapple him, can I? It's an action, isn't it?
No, it's an action.
Alright, no, don't worry about it.
Okay, I am worried about it. This last one near KayCee is going to sprint for the ice and try and dive. 5, 10... Sorry, you just go diagonal. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and then he's going to dive beneath the ice and swim as far down as he can. He's going to dash and try and disappear. The other one of his is dead, so to KayCee. KayCee, you're up next. There's 2 paralyzed ones. There's one engaged with Lockie, and
I can't see that one that just ran away.
He's dived into the ice and moved essentially 30 more feet straight down. So you could, currently at this point on the diagonal, he would be roughly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He'd be about 60 to 70 feet away from you on the diagonal at this point with the hypotenuse as it is.
Yeah, great. KayCee wants to jump over that gap, get within 60 feet, and do Toll the Dead.
Yes, you can do that. Jump over the gap. Make a quick athletics check for me, but I think you'll be okay. It's pretty easy.
Except I have disadvantage.
Do you?
But that's fine. Yeah, just with the armor. 7.
It's a natural 1. KayCee just drops through the ice. As KayCee goes to jump, you just watch as he just drops. KayCee, within about 10 seconds, you're within 60 feet as you begin falling through the ice, chasing him down.
Great. Don't even think about it. Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. I believe I make a constitution... Oh, wisdom save, yep. That's a fail.
DC 15.
Yeah, it's a fail.
And that's 2d12. Oh, I assume they've been hit before? This one?
Yes, he's been hit before, yes.
Yeah.
D12.
8 damage.
2d12 is an 8.
He takes 8 damage.
Sad.
As you just begin plummeting like a stone through the dark ocean.
Can I try and swim at all?
Yes, you can try and use your movement to desperately try and swim against it. Can I have another athletics check, please?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
11. At this point, you are now just staying in place, fighting the current as your weight and armor begins pulling you down. Mira, you watch as KayCee just steps off and disappears below the surface of the sea ice.
Okay.
He's currently only about 20 feet down, 15, 20 feet down. The other one was a crit, but unfortunately, because he's got disadvantage, he takes the 11. So Mira, you're up next. Shape water, freeze him in place. He can take the place of the sea witch from now on in the iceberg.
You could do that. No, she's angry. She's thinking about everything, the conversation this morning.
Oh, okay.
It's all fire from Mira at the moment, so she's just gonna firebolt.
Yep.
That guy. Firebolts, not fireball.
Yep. No, go for a firebolt. I think it's an attack roll. Spell attack.
Yeah. go. That's a 23 to hit.
That's gonna hit. 9 damage.
It's
How do you want to do
9.
this?
Just straight in the. I don't know what he's about to do. He's slowed.
Yes. He
So
looks like he's trying to run
running-
away.
Run away.
He's trying to run away.
She'll hit him in the back,
The back.
then. She just.
Yep.
Yeah.
Firebolt burns through. He doesn't even have time to cry out as the slow spell holds him in back, and he just drops, smoldering corpse to the ice flow. Anything else in your turn, Mira?
She'll look around, make sure everyone's okay. Nope, that's not the case. Not okay.
Right.
She'll look around.
She does it after she like firebolts someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit tough. Yeah, she'll be like, oh, where's every? Oh no, we've lost our intern. Oh dear. Okay.
Cool. Anything else, Mira?
There's only 2 more, isn't there, up the top?
Yeah, they're paralyzed.
They're Okay, she's not that heartless. So
Someone
that's
cast
awesome.
Hold Person on them, so they're currently paralyzed.
That's right. Okay. No, she'll try and find KayCee.
Okay. You can see him, like, still reflecting underneath the ice, a light off his metal armor, about 20 feet down below you, just dropping rapidly through the ice.
Oh, okay. Bonus action plus sourcing
Maintaining.
point, shape water to
So from where you are there, sorry, so where you are there, he's about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's about 50 feet because of the hypotenuse, because he's down and away from you. So sorry, no, it'd be about 40,
10,
35, 40.
15, 20, 25, 30, so I can get there.
Yeah, and then you're going to shape water.
Can I still close enough? You can get him? Okay. I just want to
Yeah, yeah.
slow his descent. I really can't pull him
try
up with
and-
shape water.
No, that's okay. No, but you can shape water to try and, like, basically push against the force of him. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, you can do that, absolutely. KayCee, yeah, you're now starting to move upwards a little bit with your swimming. Jin, what are you going to do, buddy? You're going to... Actually, at this point, we've got 2 paralyzed ones. KayCee's sinking, this one's still swimming away. Is anyone planning on killing these things, or shall we
I'm
move
planning
to...
on running up to this guy who was sort of like a spellcaster.
Yes.
I'm just going to run up to him in a dash.
Yep.
But while I'm dashing, grab my manacles out of my bag.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I want to capture one alive and potentially just find
go
out
on
some
then.
information.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. You can get to the edge of the ice flow and then try and jump across.
Sure, so I'll go there.
Yep.
I'm going to try and jump there.
Athletics check, please.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Yeah, no, I'll allow acrobatics, yep.
Okay. It's an 11
Yeah,
plus
you
4, 14.
Yeah, 14. You jump across nimbly.
All right. Well, that's my main action done.
Yeah.
My
I'd say
free-
with it
free action was getting my
paralyzed.
manacles out.
Yeah, with it paralyzed, you can almost just do it at this point.
Well, then I'll just sort of get his hands behind his back and then just chuck the manacles
She at
on
this
him.
point, yeah. So it's a priestess,
Sorry,
but yeah, you like
she,
start
my bad.
manacling her. Boldor, your turn, buddy.
Seeing
Still
my,
one more to your left.
Yeah, my companion dive into the water. He's immediately going to bolt over that way. As he's doing that, he's got some rope. He's just going to throw that out to the side of him towards Mira. And says, "I'm going in," and he just jumps in. He's got 40 feet.
Oh no!
I'm going in.
He grabs
10,
onto
15,
it
20,
and he
25,
jumps down
30.
and he,
Yeah, you can swim down and
So-
actually you can swim far enough to grab him. Absolutely.
yeah. So I'll just grab him and
Yep. Nope,
I
absolutely.
feel like in their adventures, KayCee and Boulder would have done this many a
Before,
times.
yeah.
So KayCee would have already had the arm out, ready to be grabbed and saved.
Mira's
Yervith.
like, what do I do with this rope?
Can I just, I like look at this situation. I'm thinking Boulder and KayCee are both very heavy, and Mira is holding the rope.
Apparently.
Yeah, I'm going to run as well, realizing that there's a rope out, and I'm like, guys, I'm the rope guy. Come on. and I'm going to run to the rope, and to pull them up, I'm going to cast Rope Trick on the rope to like pull them out of the water.
Yeah.
Oh, my
I believe
God.
you can get the rope to move 30 feet, right?
It's what is it? Rope Trick's pretty good. I think it's.
You can make the rope move a certain amount of distance, though, I believe.
You touch the length of the rope that is up to 60 feet long. On end of the rope rises into the air until the whole rope hangs perpendicular to the ground. So like
just pull them up. You just pull them up.
It's as long as the rope is. As long as it's 60 foot, I can just goes perpendicular up into the air.
Yeah, Boulder, you were expecting to sort of be slowly pulled up out of the water, but literally the second you grab KayCee, you just feel this rope just smoothly pull you up and onto the ice floe. Both of you are just pulled up next to each other on the ice floe.
Ice fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We got one.
I just see Boulder and KayCee just emerge out of the water. I'm just sitting there, just like, no worries. You're all good.
Thank you very much.
Shana, what are you doing?
So first of all, she's going to just call out to the others and be like, so the last one left that's not manacled, we gonna let him go or we gonna kill him? Thoughts?
Well, you taught me mercy back in the jungle, so it's up to you.
Would you feel like they're a bit hypocritical at this point, Yervith?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm getting very mixed feeling messages from this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like a week or two ago, they're just like, hey, why did you kill all those 1T? That was pretty intense.
Yeah.
And here I am, they're just like, kill the
Hold on.
Kill them.
Don't forget when I did that hypnotic pattern, and then I went and manacled that person, everyone else was just going fucking ham on everything in that room.
I haven't forgotten.
And
Don't worry.
This has happened again.
Yeah, I know.
And I have
I'm taking notes.
In my defense, I'm a Warforged, and the plan changes very quickly. It goes from "we're going to kill everyone" to "everyone's saved." So I'm still like in kill mode.
Yeah, like I'm a Yervith, and I'm like very confused.
I've got NAB flashbacks, so
yeah, Jin's a little bit like, because he doesn't really want to, like, he's sort of abstained from doing the senseless killing.
Yeah.
He's actually a bit like, this is the second time it's happened now, and he's
Yeah.
seen Mira, someone who has been very like very
merciful.
What's the word? Merciful. And then just to see her like have this rage and just firebolting, pretty much like.
Don't worry, we're going to talk about that.
No, it's been.
I mean,
Shana.
to be fair, Yervith had like a reason for killing the 1T like the way that he did, because he wasn't quite over the fact that they killed all his friends. So but this is like,
all right. Shana, what are you doing?
Alright, she's going to walk over and make sure that everyone is alright, essentially. Like, she's gonna see who needs the most help and
Boulder, I think, needs the most health. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, I'm about health. Yeah.
Boulder took that was a brutal series of hits at the beginning before you were raging. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no rage yet.
That was bad. Yeah, you can cast some words healing stuff.
I don't
this
have much.
Sahagins dead. That Sahagins dead. Lockie, your turn.
Well, considering there's not much else going on, and his friend's back up again, what's this little fellow in front of me doing?
The one in front of you is dead.
He's dead.
Is that? Oh,
Yes, the one Mira burnt to death.
I killed him.
Oh, I see. That's fair enough. Well, yeah, looks like Jin's got his hands full over there, so I might go and help him manacle.
Yeah.
Yes, the one I manacled him. This one is paralyzed, but not restrained.
Okay, well, I'll go do that then. I'll go stand up and just kind of clamp down on behind him and just pull his arm back up his back and just sort of hold him.
You're gonna have to do a jump. We're gonna have the same thing as KayCee.
Athletics, please, or acrobatics, whichever's higher.
Let's go. Let's do it.
And
Don't
I
make
can
me
also
get
add
wet
my
again.
intelligence
Natural
to this
one,
as well.
natural
So
one,
this.
natural
I'm gonna roll this, and it'll be another plus a 4.
2 Warforged in sync. Go. Good stuff.
Natural one. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
16
Oh,
is
that's
fine.
20,
Just
because
Let's
I have
check
my
my
intelligence. So he has like little almost hydraulic in his feet as he runs. They just go as he jumps.
it just springs over, yeah.
Nice.
And what did you want to do this one, Lockie?
He's just gonna. Well, this guy's paralyzed. Yeah,
Yes.
so he's just gonna behind him, just bring his arms up behind his back.
Yep.
And just
Hold him in place. Yeah, absolutely. This turn, I'm going to roll to see if they're unparalyzed. That's a fail. That's a fail. Still paralyzed. It's fine.
Nice. I have 2 manacles as well.
At this point, I am going to take you out of initiative
That's
because
fair.
they're still paralyzed. Everyone else is dead. I'm going to bring us out of initiative. At this point, you have these guys restrained. If you wanted to knock them out, you just smack
I'm not
them on
gonna
the
knock
back of
them
the
out
head.
per se. I'm just
Okay.
gonna manacle both their arms.
Yeah.
And then get rope to like just tie up their
Tie them
legs.
together. Yeah.
And the
As
heads
that
lie on the back,
happens,
so
KayCee, you hear a voice in your head. You hear this tap, 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 this like...
Hello, is this thing on? Hello, KayCee? KayCee, are you receiving me?
You hear in your head.
Transmission receiving.
KayCee, it's Professor Griswold. I'm going to need to bring you and Boulder back. There's a bit of a situation unfurling here. Are you somewhere safe? Are you standing on solid ground?
Negative. Ish.
What are you standing on? Ish.
Ice.
How thick is it?
Ice.
How thick?
Not-
How thick?
Exactly how thick is it?
Where you are right
I'm
now,
talking an inch or a
3.5
couple of feet?
3.5 meters where you are right now. The bit you stepped off of was this like section between the icebergs. You're standing on an iceberg.
3.672 meters.
You hear him sort of mutter a few numbers under his breath.
That'll probably be fine.
Affirmative. Shana, step back.
Are we doing it again, are we?
Can I borrow your mouth for a moment, KayCee?
But 1 second, Boulder. Don't hold your breath.
Okay.
Mouth privileges granted.
KayCee opens his mouth, and all of you hear the voice of Professor Griswold speaking out of it.
Hello? Testing. Is this thing on? Is it working? Hello?
We can hear you.
Hello.
Who's speaking?
KayCee? What's going on?
It's Professor Griswold. Mira, are you there? Mira?
Yes.
Lockie?
Hello.
Hello. Right. I need to borrow these two for a moment. I'll send them back to you when I'm done with them.
They have been wonderful.
Yes, that's good to hear. Now, if you could all stand back in 3, 2, sorry, if you're gonna say goodbyes, say them now. In 3, No.
Thank you.
Bye.
It was good working with you.
Goodbye there.
I expect a full report.
KayCee
I'm
reaches
sorry I
around.
took to see Hag on you.
Please give me a good recommendation.
That sounds like so desperate.
KayCee and Boulder,
KayCee reaches
you
around and drops
remember...
a bit of paper on the ground.
Oh, nice. You remember, KayCee and Boulder, that there had been that discussion about various secret locations that the guild had been operating out of, and one of those had been in Oxenfurt. You do get the sense that this is related to that. Very clearly.
Naturally.
You hear another voice suddenly speak through as Griswold being like, "Hey, no, you can't, no, don't touch that. Hello, this is Azure. Hello, can you hear me? Mira, good luck.
KayCee
Good luck, everybody."
knocks on the side of their head.
Nothing happens. Good luck, everybody, from Azure. And then you hear this like fumbling, and then he's like, don't touch that again. Right. Well, I'm sure that KayCee and Boulder have been invaluable members of your team, but unfortunately I'm going to need them back for the next little bit. So something's come up, as I said. But if you need them, Lockie, you just call me, Lockie.
I will. Oh, by the way, the little black box you're working on, don't immerse it in water this time.
Righto.
Just had a thought.
That's an idea. I can think about that.
But yeah, KayCee, Boulder, as the light begins to glow around you and these runes begin to power up, as KayCee becomes the central conduit for this teleportation, as something inside of KayCee activates. KayCee, your mouth is given back control back to you. If you guys wanted to say anything to the party, you know you've got about 5 seconds before the teleportation circle goes, takes you away.
Sounds like we shouldn't trust any strangers.
KayCee was going to go and say something that was heartfelt, and then heard that and goes, "What? Wait, what?" And then gets cut off.
I just want to say that I really value. The teleportation circle goes off. Shana, Mira, Lockie, Jin, Yervith, you watch as the teleportation circle blasts a hole in the ice, taking the iceberg, this section they're standing on, with it, as it is eaten and eroded away. Boldor and KayCee, you feel yourself being pulled away, taken and teleported back towards the guild hall. The ice still firm under your feet, which is immediately alarming for both of you. As you appear back in the guild hall, the half of this iceberg you're standing on shatters through the floor, breaking through the top level and crashes down below. Sections of ice splinter off into the drinks cabinet, and you can see Azure standing there holding a glass, and a section of iceberg lands in his glass as he's holding this section of ice. So he looks and he goes, welcome back. Another successful mission. Looks at you. As he looks at the both of you. And on that note, that is where we're going to wrap up for tonight.
Wow.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming joining us. Thank you, Claire and Michael, for rejoining us after your little holiday away. But most importantly, thank you, Tom and Jacob, for your awesome guest characters, KayCee and Boldor. We are definitely going to need to get those two back. Any time any one of these fuckers is sick, I will be giving you a call, just so you know.
Let's be honest, like COVID is
COVID. Yep.
Yeah.
I've already had COVID.
It's out there.
I'm still feeling its effects.
Yeah. Any time one of these guys is sick or away, I will be calling one of you to bring you guys back. But more importantly as well, I think I want to get you guys back. I've got a little bit of a plan for something a little bit down the track, so we'll get both of you back. We might do the full 7 cast members again for 3 sessions. I've got a 3-session special in mind. I wanted to see how we went with 7.
I thought it was
we went
great.
surprisingly well. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
I was worried it was going to be too much, but actually 7's fine.
Yeah,
I guess
good.
we're critical
I feel
role
like-
now. No.
I feel like everyone sort of had their role play tonight too, which was good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone actually sort of had some time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
It was,
absolutely.
Like dominated by 1 or 2 people.
No, so thank you everybody for that. But we've got a little bit over time. Thank you so much, everybody. On that note, we are going to rock and roll. Stay safe, stay well, and we will see you all again next time. Farewell, goodbye. Don't forget to join us for Avatar. Don't forget to join us for Avatar Legends tomorrow night. Bye.
Yeah.
Outro.